Hello and welcome back to another Foxy No Tail live stream here live on Twitch on the wrong day of the week at the wrong time of day. You're welcome. How's it all going, peeps? What's going on? What's happening? Rotated Alpha says, a Foxy stream now? Yes, I give you so much notice, all of 5 minutes in the Discord. You're welcome. Don't say I don't do anything for you. Bonus streams, says Pickles. Well, it's less of a bonus stream and more of an apology stream, I suppose, for not being here to stream normally this week. So I do apologise for having missed Tuesdays and Thursday streams due to my, you know, how dare I go away and have time off? It's just not right, is it? Have I got... Where's my... I can't open my inventory. I'm pressing... Oh. That might explain it. I've been kicked, mate. I like being kicked. It's nice, isn't it? Am I going to have to restart? Mr. Beardstone says, what sort of time do you call this? I'm sorry, Mr. Beardstone. I don't want that. I don't want that. Go away, shoo. Get out of it. I just want to play Minecraft, mate. No need to apologise, says Chainer605. Well, thank you very much. I won't then. I take it all back. I'm not even sorry. One moment, please. My light is mildly obscured by the weird curtain thing that goes around my desk. Get off my light, mate. There we go. It's better. Just waiting around to go out and fix the fence again when the panel gets blown off. Yeah, my fence panels always get blown off, and the neighbour always comes around and says, who's going to fix it, me or you? And this time they said, I'll fix it, you pay for it. I said, yeah, okay then. And that was about 3 weeks ago. They haven't fixed it. And I'm hoping very much that it'll get fixed soon, but I guess today being the storm day, it is day of the storm here in the UK, peeps, is a strong chance yet more panels are going to get smashed a bit, so there's not really much point in fixing it, I guess. It was a vacation, says True Pat. It wasn't, it's a bit complicated. It's not really a vacation. It was... Basically, I have family that live the other end of the country for me, and it is the school holidays, or it was for Oliver last week, it is for Jack next week, which meant that, my goodness me, it's very complicated, which means I basically was going to take them to go see them. My mum has recently, she lived up here, or she's always lived up here near me, but she recently bought a house down there, and she wanted us to come visit, and both the kids wanted to go, and I said, oh yeah, no worries, we'll come visit. And then I didn't realise at that point that meant I needed to take 2 full weeks because the kids didn't have the same holidays. I took Oliver for like 4 days this week. I'm taking Oliver for Jack for 4 days next week. I came home for the weekends to try and get all the stuff sorted out just because it's such a long time to take off from streaming and creating content and all that sort of stuff. And it was just not very good weather while I was there, and it's such a long drive, like a 7-hour drive there, 7-hour drive back. So it's two more days just completely wasted. So it wasn't something I would generally do for fun. It was nice to see family, but it was a completely pointless trip as far as I'm concerned. It was nice for Oliver to get to play with his cousins for 5 minutes because they weren't off school either. So they were at school while we were there. So it just, to me, to be honest with you, it stressed me out going, and I wish we hadn't gone. But I'm glad we went for Oliver. But I'm not looking forward to wasting another week next week. Right, peeps, if you're wondering why I'm at the Guardian farm, it's not finished. Obviously, I went away, but I've changed my mind on a couple of things, how this is going to work for the other players, which means I need to do a small amount of digging. However, me being me, I've decided rather than doing a small amount of digging, I'm going to do all of the digging in the world. And as a result... we are digging out the bottom of this Guardian farm. I've already dug down about 3 layers, but I need to go deeper. Although it has suddenly occurred to me that all of this digging I'm doing is meaning that the water is filling in, and then I'm going to have to go around getting rid of all the water. Again, I don't need to get rid of any of the water, but I'm choosing to because I'm a complete moron. So what I've decided to do first, before I do anything else, is put layers of glass in, and then put walls around it so that we're not pointlessly digging down, and that way... I can get rid of the water underneath and hopefully save ourselves a bit of a headache. Although I'm not 100% sure how much of a headache this is going to solve. I could smell the fish and chips, says Lofty. I don't think you could. I mean, Cornwall's probably got very nice fish and chips, but I live in the best part of the UK for fish and chips, Cleethorpes or Grimsby, depending on which part of it you go to. Pretty much generally most years wins best fish and chips in the country, so to go somewhere else just because it's a seaside that sells fish and chips does feel like I was, you know, going somewhere a little bit not as good. So I wouldn't eat fish and chips there. What I did have though was a nice tasty award-winning Cornish pasty. Oh yes please. That's what you go to Cornwall for. Cornish pasties. Very nice. Don't normally get a chance to sit down this time. Just happened to across your stream, says Girliest Mammy. Well, hello and welcome. Come and watch me place millions of glass underwater and then attempt to do more digging while getting drowned all the time and killed by drowns all the time. What a day to be alive. It's sad schools don't do vacay days the same. I had the problem as a kid also, says Mike Burton. Yeah, no, I don't get it. I can understand potentially, sort of, a bit, kind of, from a, you know, a government standpoint. Oh, well, if every single adult in the UK is off on the same week, that's going to cause massive havoc for, you know, councils, public transport things, places where, you know, you need people every day. Because if everybody in the country is requesting the same week off work, it's going to be a bit tricky. But then on the other hand, you know, it just doesn't work, clearly. So maybe they should have a bit more of like a divide rather than it being by local council. I don't know, it's a bit weird. Hello all, says Woden the Old. Hello. Foxy, you've left it on big face cam, says Rotated Elf Face. Ruff, I thought you'd be more interested in looking at my beautiful face than just watching me place loads of glass, but that's okay. I get it. You can just have me on small screen and have the glass instead. I didn't forget. I meant to do that, of course. We're on a county border. Lots of neighbours who have a kid in Sydney school and County A and junior school in County B. That sucks, Rain Man. Yeah, that sucks. Don't think any employer would even allow all staff off to take at the same time, says Mr. Balrog. No, but we get lots of half terms. It's not like everybody needs to have that week off. I get people with kids need to have that week off if they're a single parent and have no alternative. That, you know, allowances need to be made for those, or provisions need to be made for those people. But I don't think just because your kids are having half term, that doesn't mean you need to go away on holiday somewhere or need for the entire family to take the time off. So I don't think it would perhaps be quite as much mayhem as it would be, possibly, maybe, I don't know. Sethy King says hello, first time chatter. Well, hello, Sethy King. Thank you very much for your first time chatting. It's very much appreciated. So today is Friday, and that's all I've got to say about what day of the week it is. But yesterday was a Thursday, but for some reason on a Thursday we got The Warden in a snapshot. Has anybody seen it? I guess you all have. I don't think any content creator left has not made a video on it. I was strongly considering making a video on it last night, but then I just thought, oh, I can't be bothered. Yes, it would give me millions of views because everybody would be interested in my take on the Warden because it would have all of the keywords and the spam. And then I just thought, you know what? I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. I did load it up. I loaded up the snapshot and I played it. And I have opinions on it. All I will say is I'm very glad that it is still technically in experimental mode and therefore they haven't declared these things finished. If they had, I would say I'd be very disappointed that it's, you know, we've had nearly 2 years of hype and what we've got is effectively just a big guy that follows you around. Oh my goodness me. Lofty, remember what we have on rules on advertising other streamers and content creators in the chat. Plus, bruh, no advertising, thank you. I know you didn't mean it like that, but please don't. I've not seen The Warden, says Lofty. Yet then advertise somebody who'd made Warden videos. Good job, Lofty. Well done. If only I was allowed to actually delete people's messages myself. I can't. For some reason, Twitch won't let me do it. Only lets my moderators. Would love to delete that message of yours, Lofty. You know, you could really help me out by doing that. Oh, there we go. Thank you very much. I found the warden terrifying and think it actually isn't going to be very fun. It'll also terrify my kids, as would Last Pie. I don't understand what's terrifying about it. It's very slow. It's very easy to avoid. It can't climb up big, like, tall blocks. It can't fall down tall blocks. So it's really, really easy to run away from. The Deep Dark itself, or the ancient city's really wide open and spread out. So I thought if you're going to have blindless, you're going to be trapped in some sort of maze, but you're not. You've got loads of space. And then there's this new enchantment that you get, which is the treasure, which is Swift Sneak, which means you can sneak at the same speed as walking, which I just think is completely pointless. I don't understand. By the time you've dodged the wardens to go into the ancient cities to get it, you don't need it anymore. It doesn't stack with things like Depth Strider. Depth Strider is probably the most useful enchantment in the game. And I think boots already have way more enchantments than everything else. I just think it's completely pointless adding another one. I would much rather have Depth Strider than being able to sneak slightly quicker. So I understand. I think what happens here, and I'll talk about this more on the podcast. We're obviously late recording that. We're going to be recording that this afternoon with Jesse and Slack, hopefully. But I think what's happened is they've gone, oh yeah, this is really, really good, but this is too scary for normal Minecraft. So we need to make it so it will only, it's not important enough for players to have to go there. And they did make an announcement the other day saying it's an optional thing. You don't need to go to the Deep Dark for that, because I think they're worried about, the game's rating maybe going up or putting people off due to the horror aspect. And by doing that, I think they've really limited what they can actually give from it, because now there's no reason to go there. However, me and Jesse B were talking last week about the new block. I think it's called something like Compressed Deep Slate or something like that, or in the Java version. On Minecraft Bedrock, it's been called Mysterious Frame. And me and Jesse were talking about it last week, and I actually saw a comment on it today. I think it was actually a podcast question saying, do you think, by the shape of it and the look of it, it could be a portal to another dimension? And I think, that would actually excuse Mo Yang for having wasted so much time, or I'd taken so much time to put this stuff out there, and I would absolutely love it if that was true. But I'm not going to hold my breath. I've gone from being really, really overly excited about the warden to now being quite deflated by it and quite unimpressed with what they dropped. So I'm not going to hold my breath, but I hope so. Reinforced deep slate, that says Roth. Yeah, there we go. Swift Sneak sounds like a PvP thing. Swift Sneak is a joke, says Redstone Dad. Mr. Balrog, by the way, saying Swift Sweep sounds like a PvP thing. Does it? Well, why is it? Yeah, maybe. So I went to an ancient city in creative mode, as you do, and there were a lot of chests there, which means you do get a lot of loot, but it's the same junk as usual. It's bones and rotten flesh and occasional skulk blocks, which we're going to have millions of soon anyway, because of the way, when mobs die, it turns into skulk and all that sort of stuff. And then there were a lot of enchanted books in them. Well, I said there were a lot. There were some enchanted books in them. And including mending books. I found a mending book in one of them, but I didn't find a single Swift speed book in any of the ancient city stuff. And then the other side of that is as well, the ancient cities, when I loaded up the seed, I loaded up 3 seeds and I used the locate biome to locate the deep dark biome, and they were just nowhere to be found. There was no deep dark biomes anywhere near the player. And I think the locate command searches out about 6,000 to 10,000 blocks. I'm not 100% sure. By the 3rd seed I loaded up, I found the biome, and it did have an ancient city there. But that just to me says this thing is really, really rare. Probably more rare, or on the same level of rareness as the Woodland Mansions. And which is great for single player worlds, but if on a multiplayer server, people are going to want to like raid it, take all of the stuff, maybe even make a base there, and that's going to make it really difficult for players that are playing multiplayer to actually enjoy that together. So yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot. I hope the feedback allows there to be plenty of changes to this, because I think there's a lot of areas where this could potentially fall down, and I really hope it doesn't. I really want it to be brilliant, and I think it has the the basis to be brilliant, but I think in its current state, it's a million miles from where it needs to be. Still experimental though, says Rayman. Exactly. That's exactly my point. But my concerns are they've spent all of this time working on it, hyping it up. I know they've released stuff recently saying, oh yeah, but you know, they've keep changing the design of the Warden, and they released that video saying about all the different iterations. That's great, but all of those things happened before Minecon 2 years ago. Because the one we saw, not last, but the one before that, they already had the deep, dark cities. They already had the Warden in its current state. They already had all of the rules that they're saying we're going to be playing by for that. So they've had well over a year. They've had nearly a year and a half to be working on it in its current state. And to drop and to be hyping it up constantly, making videos on it, making cartoons on it, and to drop it with it being as limited and bare bones as it is, took all of that hype and basically crumpled it up like a piece of paper and threw it in the bin. I think if they were going to hype it up that much, which they have been doing, they really needed to wow us when it was released, and I don't think it has. I don't feel wowed at all. I don't feel like, other than Swift Sneak, which is not interesting, it's completely uninteresting enchantment. Every single thing that is in that snapshot is what we've already seen and not what we already know about. There's no surprises. There's nothing interesting about the Warden. There's no new mechanics that they've talked about. There's absolutely, yeah, it's just completely uninteresting. And I think that's a mistake on their part from, you know, the way they've handled pushing it out there and marketing it. I think it really did need to have a wow moment when we installed it and found this new thing that we weren't expecting. Your feed has Cam 2 superimposed on it, says Roth. No, it doesn't. Don't tell lies. Thanks, Roth. I've been fiddling with my Twitch layout. I've been adding rounded corners to my face cam and moving things about slightly to try and make the most of the screen real estate. Nub Hunt says, that's just it. With all this hype over Deep Dark Warden, I feel like it will fall flat on its face. I don't think it will eventually. I think it just needs a lot more. And I feel like there's a massive amount of time they've had on this thing that it can't possibly be it, what we've got. There must be more that they're hiding away that they're going to bring forward. And if that is a whole new dimension, then that's going to be absolutely amazing. And that would make sense then as well, because, you know, strongholds are far away. And if the portal frames are unobtainable in survival, that totally makes sense that frame that's there is some sort of portal. And the fact that the developer working on it, King B Dogs, was the guy that invented the Ether mod, which is I think the second dimension in Minecraft ever. I think the Nether existed. I don't think the Ending existed at that point when he made that. So he's got a history of creating new dimensions. So all of those things add up. It's just, will that be Minecrafty enough for it to be added into Minecraft? And is that too much of a big ask to have a whole new dimension added to the game at this stage? They called it the Wild Update. Are we going to get a Wild Dimension? Yes, my mistakes is rough. Indeed. Sounds like their time would have been better spent updating the end instead, I think, says RK Kenny. I hope that will come anyway. I think it probably will. But we don't know what their time would be better spent doing, really. I know we played the game, but we all got different opinions on what's good for it and what's bad for it, what we like, what we don't like. And we all have our different priorities for what we think's the most important parts of the game. I agree with you. I would much rather they gave us a massive overhaul of the end than this. But I'm so glad that they're adding this in, because this is new and different, and that sets a precedent for Minecraft to be able to expand on what it currently has without worrying too much about, oh no, that's not vanilla enough. You know, I like this direction. I like the fact that they're going, hey, let's throw some quirky things in there and see how it goes. I just feel like and if they hadn't spent 18 months hyping it up, I'd be over the moon. If this was the first glimpse we were getting and no one expected it, can you imagine the player reaction? It would be sensational if they'd never mentioned it before or how it would work. But the fact that they've been releasing, like, videos of the Warden's animations and what it does and talking about its sense of smell and all that sort of stuff, they've kind of killed all of the excitement from it, which is a bit of a shame, really. I'm hoping they are drip feeding everyone too. A new dimension would be fantastic, says Koronok. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. I don't want this to sound like I'm saying I don't like it and it's a bad thing. I just want this to sound like I think it's a great thing. I was very excited about it, but the way they've handled it so far leaves me feeling deflated, and I just feel that's a bit of a shame. But I'm reservedly excited to see what comes next or what else they're going to bring to this. It's all about managing expectations, says Pickles. Exactly. And you'd thought they'd have learned their lesson about that by now. Is this a case where King B-Dogs, the developer's just so excited about having his first major project actually put into official Minecraft that he's like more excited about it than he should be? You know, is this one of those things where somebody makes something and they're so proud of it and so excited of it and everyone else is just like, oh yeah, that's really good, yeah, but and then he's, you know, raising all of our expectations based on his own bias towards it, I guess? I don't think it is, but that would be quite funny. I think it's quite possible that the reinforced deep slate frame is a portal to a new dimension. It won't be activated till 1.20. You might absolutely be right there, Elizirun. Eliz, you could well be right. Archaeology, says Rayman. Archaeology dimension. Just what I needed after Martin at A&E with the kiddo. Bit of the fox. What happened, Gixer? What's the kiddo done, or what's happened? Oh, jeez. I agree, especially since they haven't mentioned anything about it yet, says I am stumped. Haven't mentioned anything about what? About the 1.20 or the portal frame? Pickle says, it will be the archaeology dimension. Can't mind, just brush blocks with fire pots. No. No. Yes, if there's a future portal, it totally makes visiting the area worth it. Otherwise, not worth it. But again, just remember, this is the thing that makes me think it's probably not a new dimension. Remember they said quite specifically, don't worry, if you don't want to go down to the deep dark and experience that, you don't have to. So if there is a new dimension, whatever's in it can't have any, like, anything in it that makes the game not playable, but like will move the game forward, I guess. So I don't know what it could be. What could be? I mean, who knows? I suppose you don't ever have to go to the end or fight the Ender Dragon. You do if you want shulkers, but that's not really completing the game. That's still player choice, isn't it? So I don't know. It's a bit of an odd one. And I don't have anywhere near enough glass to finish this thing, and this is slightly concerning. I thought I had more shulker boxes of glass. Do you know if anyone on the server is selling glass, peeps? You know about this stuff more than I do. Pain Dragon says, happy Friday. Foxy in chat. Hello, Pain Dragon. How you doing? Yes, if it's a... I've read that one. I'll just say kid needs to eat more fat. Oh, jeez. How about new villagers, says Lofty. I don't think we need any more villagers. I think we need less villagers, if anything. Please don't. Let's have a new dimension full of villagers. No! Foxy quits Minecraft. Beekeeper. Just want to see the outfit that give beekeepers a second-hand phoenix. Tiz is selling glass. Till is selling sand. Is that at his base? If it is, I don't know where that is. It has sand in the mall. Don't need sand. I need glass. Tiz has a glass shop. There's a mall, says Pickles, at his base. Right, I haven't been to Tiz's base, so you're going to have to give me directions because I have no idea where it is or how to get to it. So if you could please direct me there. We'll go to the nether. We'll take a shulker box or two with us, just in case. Probably should take an ender chest as well, so we can actually got some money with us. Oh, I know where Tiz's base is. I know how to get there from the overworld. I've no idea how to get there from the nether. Portal to a dimension with the old generations of Swoopy Lovers. Now, that would be interesting. That would be really interesting. Or a Minecraft flat world. Could you imagine if there was a dimension that was a flat world? That would be amazing. Oh, man. Surely he's on the Nether network, says Rainman. You would expect so, but I don't know whereabouts he will be. I'm going to guess it's in this direction. And I think he's probably... I think his base is pretty much in a straight line from mine, but the other side of the world. So I'm going to guess he's possibly through that door. Where could he be? Where could he be? I don't know. I tell you what, let's just go through Chaos Hill and fly there. Portal to other ancient cities, says Gixamos. Ah, that wouldn't be as exciting. What's the portal? What's the point in having a portal to a place that you just went to go to use the portal? There's nothing else there. I thought that was Tizzy's base then. That looks just like spawn. Right, which is the front, which is the back? Okay, that way. Your video about updating Chuck was good to watch. I can't wait to get him implemented in my games, says okay, Kenny. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. True Pat says, cool. The reinforced deep slate is movable block with the same blast resistance as Bedrock, says True Pat. Yeah, I don't think it will be removable. Pretty sure it won't be. They've said it's unobtainable in survival. I'm pretty sure that will be an error on their part that it's movable. Or maybe it's like a jigsaw thing. Maybe you have to move it using pistons in order to get the right pattern and able to enable the portal. Who knows? Who knows? Right, how do I get into Tizzy's base? Any ideas? What do you mean you don't watch Tizzy's videos? Look, I'm a very busy person. I don't have time to watch everybody's videos, mate. I'm going to assume one of these. Now, this would be a furnace. This would not be a mall. Blue Torch 1 says non-existent. Ah, okay. Amazing. Thank you for your help. The shop is at the portal 1, says Mr. Bowen. Yes. Oh, okay. I didn't know he had a portal. Okay. Amazing. Let's go. Ow. My goodness me. All we need is a bit of glass. All we need is a bit of glass. What's the stream look like today, by the way? Is the quality any different? Can you notice? Is it sharper? Is it less? Is it more blurry? Let me know. I've been fiddling again. Can't help it. Gotta do those fiddlings. I've basically reduced the last few streams. I increased the bitrate, which Twitch was telling me was not good. It didn't like it. So what I've done is I've actually reduced the total resolution and the bitrate, but the bitrate's higher than it should be for that resolution, if that makes sense. I mean, oh, there we go. I was going to say, what's it say? 1 diamond for 3 stacks. Oh my goodness me, Tiz, you are doing a deal, my friend. Yes, please. I'll take a shulker box at least. Stop fiddling, Foxy. Your breaks in, says Lofty. Well, no, I fiddle to try and make things better rather than break things. Yes, sometimes it does break things, but it needed doing. Boop. Don't think I need anywhere near that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Another row. Boop, boop, boop. And almost another row. I'm not paying for 1 and a bit stacks, Tiz. Rip-off merchant. Your cam looks clearer, says OK Kenny. Oh, does it? Oh, interesting. It's not been squished as much. I've rearranged how all of the cam layers work, so the camera shouldn't be like stretched or anything.
Sir_Osis_O_do_liver just subscribed.
Indeed, stream lady. Just subscribed. Thank you very much for your subscription with Twitch Prime. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. Other chests have more, don't they? Says non-existing. Oh, are they? My goodness me. I thought they were just stained glass. I guess I didn't look. My goodness me. Where's it gone? This is so confusing. There's just beetroots everywhere. Hi there, Mr. No-Tail, says Uzma. Hello. Oh, there is more. Huh. I guess we fill the rest of the shulker box up then. Why not, mate? Why not? While we're here spending diamonds, how many do we need? 3 and a line. 3 and a line. Wow, that's a line. And there's 3. Nice. Boom, 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 boom. Amazing. All that beetroot makes you hungry all the time, says Chewbacca. I don't think he does. You mean in real life? Beetroot makes me feel like I'm full.
Sir_Osis_O_do_liver just gifted 5 subs.
I love how Stream Lady says your name there. Thank you very much for your 5 gifted subs. Hoodles, Snub Artifact, Wraith, JCB, Chewbacca. If you're one of those people, please give a big thanks to Oliver. Amazing. Okay. Oh, I see where Tiz is. Right, that makes sense. I love his walkway. He's done such a good job with that. What are we doing today, Zizma? We are doing a completely pointless job that is not pointless because it needs doing, but I don't need to do it. I'm doing it even though I don't need to do it. Does that make sense? I need to do it for my videos, but it doesn't need doing. I've just invented a job for myself and decided, hey, this is a good idea, even though it's not. I tried to do this. I tried to work on this while I was awake. I mean, we had rainy days, and I was trying to work on it, like sat at the dining room table with my old laptop. See, my good laptop is still away. It broke about over a month ago now. And Medion support spent 3 weeks deciding that they were going to come and pick it up. Eventually, they did come and pick it up, and I haven't heard from them since, other than them saying, "Oh, we've got it. You know, we've got it back now. We'll fix it." So I got my old laptop, which doesn't play Minecraft very well at all. It should do. It's powerful enough, but for whatever reason, it's locked on VSync on it, and I think it's because it's technically registered as an older device, and that means that the graphics just stutter whenever you turn your mouse. Like when you do your mouse like that, instead of it being smooth, it's really stuttery, and that makes it like it hurts your eyes watching it and playing it. And then the other problem with it is I'm very spoiled because I got this amazing setup now at home that I'm playing on now. I've got a nice big screen in front of me, and it's all ergonomically organized so that when I'm playing, I'm looking straight towards my screen, which means my neck's not hunched forward. I'm not looking at a laptop on my desk like that and giving myself a sore neck. So as a result of this, I would just sitting on the laptop was hurting my neck, so that wasn't very good. Khaleesi is rated with a party of 12. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, I'm too spoilt, basically. I'm too spoilt with good stuff at home to be able to do Minecraft away. So I'm really looking forward to, firstly, my good laptop being fixed and I get it back so that I can actually use it. And secondly, I'm really looking forward to, this time, taking a little box, right? Just an empty cardboard box and a spare keyboard with me, right? And then I can, because I always use an external mouse anyway, because trackpads are awful. So then I can put my laptop up on a box and look at it level with my head. This is a good idea. And then use an external keyboard. See? Genius. Alternatively, what I could do is just take a monitor with me and plug it into a second monitor. But then I might as well take the whole computer down at that point. Have you tried playing with a VR headset? Says Jodlove. Yes, I have. It's awful. I tried to play Minecraft in VR. Just made me feel completely disorientated and very sick. So no, I would not recommend. I know a lot of people do. What are your PC specs? Is Arcade Kenny the best? Well, not the best. They were when I bought them. They're no longer the best, but they're still pretty darn epic, mate. It's on my website if you want to check all that out. Although it might be mildly out of date, but you pretty much get a good idea of what it is. Don't know why they got rid of the nipply things rather than trackpads. I hate trackpads, says Rayman. On my very, very old, that I don't have anymore, MacBook, I used to have a MacBook Pro, and the trackpad on that was absolutely amazing. It always got it right. It never missed. The clicking was fantastic. It was perfect, and it was one of those that you could use like multiple finger gestures with. All of the other laptops I've ever used, particularly the one that's on my old laptop, which is a Microsoft Surface Book, they're awful. Most of the time they don't register your finger being there at all. Sometimes they'll register it, whatever you're doing, as a right click. Sometimes it's a left click, and I thought, oh, maybe it's the position of where I'm actually clicking on the trackpad. It's not. It's so bad, and it's just even just using it for general day-to-day use, like editing a document or browsing the internet, it's terrible because it's supposed to register multiple finger input for scrolling and stuff like that, and it doesn't. It's awful. So yeah, I always use a wired mouse or wireless mouse with it. Oh look, Woodlouse Pie, you want me to do exercise? Yoke says, still rocking MacBook Pros. Yeah, you see, Apple have just killed it completely for me. I love Apple hardware. I absolutely think it's brilliant, but I will not use it, especially now that they're using their own chipsets, because one of the biggest advantages for me was being able to bootstrap Windows with the Mac. So you could dual boot it. You could either have it running Windows, which I did because I don't really have any requirement other than for creating music very irregularly of using a Mac. But now with their new, because they used to be Intel based, it was dead easy. But now with the new M1 chips or whatever they are, they won't run Windows anymore. So that functionality is completely gone. So yeah, I have no interest in buying Apple products anymore now, sadly. Oh look, 10 sit-ups and 10 more push-ups. Oh, thank you. So now I have 11 sit-ups. No, 11 push-ups and 10 sit-ups. This is wonderful. Thank you so much, Peep. Hunger bar is full. He can't eat, says whoever it is. Gaming with Sasha says, I redeemed eat. Yeah, that's not eating in real life. That's eating the game. I'm not just going to sit here and start chewing on a burrito. Which is kind of odd, because I used to have one called Hydrate, which meant I would actually like drink in real life. So I could understand the confusion there, but I don't have the Hydrate one anymore. So, you know, no confusion. All your fault. Silly, silly person. But the sit-ups and the press-ups are for you, but the hunger's for your Oh, shut up. All right, there's mild confusion, but oh my goodness me. No, 10 squats as well. Oh, wonderful. Carry corpse fruit with you so you can always eat, says Pickles. No. No, I'm not wasting valuable inventory space and then making life difficult for myself by eating chorus fruit. It is a stupid idea. Hydrate, says Baron 1. No. Eat in real life, then do a workout, says Chewbacca. No, I'm playing Minecraft, guys. Hey, just... honestly, though, right? Serious moment. Has it stopped again, or is it just quiet? No, it's just quiet. Stop. Yeah, serious talk. I understand that these like point redemptions and stuff is, you know, can be fun, can be exciting. A lot of people do really interested and funny things with them. We used to have face filters and all that sort of stuff. But I think realistically for me, the gimmick has kind of worn thin now, and I just find them irritating rather than fun. I like the exercise ones in principle because it forces me to do exercise that I wouldn't normally do. But as a whole, when I'm streaming, it's just another level of or something to distract and take away my concentration from what I'm either talking about or doing. It's a little bit like when Stream Lady chips in and pipes up about the subscriptions, and I'm trying to say it first, which I do, you know, that I find quite funny, although the joke's probably a bit old now. But the stream redemptions things, how would you guys feel? Genuinely, don't say it because you think it's what I want to hear. I want to know your actual thoughts. If I just turned them off altogether and got rid of them, would you guys still enjoy my streams, or would you think, oh, they're a bit boring, I'm going to just watch someone else instead? Basically what I'm actually asking is, how much of a role do the stream point or stream redemption point things make to you in terms of you actually watching a live stream, or are they just a gimmick that you think, that's a bit of fun? Okay, Kenny says don't turn them off. Why? Give me a reason. Don't just tell me what to do or what not to do. Give me a reason why not to turn them off. Happy to not have redemptions, says Kicks and Moss. What am I supposed to do with all these points, says Pickles? Well, you can do sound alert stream redemptions, so I have no issue with like keeping stuff like that. I don't want to be told to do this or told to do that or be distracted by basically pointless things to do when I'm not here as a clown. I'm here playing Minecraft and talking to you guys, and I don't know, I just find them really irritating. Fine to turn off, only use them because I had them, says Mr. J5. Yeah. Some can be a bit annoying, noisy ones. I've stopped watching some streams because of them, says Gixamos. But what about my streams in particular? That is handy to know, by the way. And also, thank you very much, Nubbunts, for subscribing with Amazon Prime for 2 months. This is absolutely fantastic. Well done. Good on you. Nice. We now have glass across the whole thing. Unfortunately, though, it is full of water under there, which is going to be a little bit of a problem. Hello, sir. Oh, you're going to have to disappear, mate, because I've got walls to build now. I'd still watch, says Rockin' Robin. Now, speaking of which, I need to do those press-ups and things. Jeez, let me hide in a hole, and then I'll do me press-ups and things. Boop. There we go. One moment, please. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. Yoke says, I know I hardly watch it here, but aren't you here for our entertainment? Does that not mean we get to have some control of you? No. Why would it mean you get control of me? Do you have control over actors in a TV show or actors in a film? I'm a content creator. I'm not a clown. I'm not a remote control vehicle. I'm not a dancing monkey. I'm a person. I'm a person that is trying to make, a living from playing Minecraft in a fun and interesting way so you guys can enjoy watching it. I never once signed up for being controlled by anyone. And I take that comment really weirdly that you think that controlling someone is an entertaining thing to do. I think it's awful. Why would you want to control somebody? Leaving sound alerts on the freeze me, yeah, that sort of stuff's fine because it doesn't really bother me what I'm doing. I watch you for amusing commentary in Minecraft, not press ups, says Mock Turtle. I don't mind it. The exercise one's fine. It's just more of the, yeah. I don't know. I just think the whole thing it's just got old now. It's boring. Yours don't tend to get too bad. I was watching Prowler and the Enderman one was just no stop. I don't know. I wouldn't know to watch Prowl, so no idea what he does on those. To be honest, I don't really watch you. I'm usually doing something like listening to the rants, says Gixer. Yeah. It adds interactivity, but can take away from the stream, adding distractions to block the view. Yeah. I enjoy this jump scares with sound alerts most, as non-existing. Or a special bonus stream that we have donate points towards a cooking stream, says Juliana. I think you must have... Maybe try a once a week fun redemption like Groover with his tea trolley. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a daytime TV presenter. I don't want to be that person. I'm sorry. That's not me. Maybe change out ones that you don't like for some new ones. Redeeming points. That's my problem is, okay, Kenny, is I can't think of any that I think are there's any point in doing. Like, I've been on loads of websites that are asking for, top 10 or top 20 things to use stream redemptions points for, and they're just all how to make your live stream more distracting and more engaging. But I don't know. It's just distracting. I don't know. I've really got a bee in my bonnet about it lately, these stream redemptions. I just find them... Way, PLJ has raided. Welcome to the stream. Okay, says, don't mistake what I'm saying. I usually being the silly one in streams. I think exercise redemptions are great because it gives us the audience some presence in the stream as well. I didn't mean it to be an insult. I wasn't taking it as an insult, okay? So I was just saying that you were thinking that it's normal, or like you're right to have some sort of control over a person that's here, you know, broadcasting live from somewhere else in the world. You don't know them other than what you've seen of them online. You've never met them in person. You're not related to them, yet you feel that it's the norm to have some sort of control over a person that you don't know. I just find that really a weird thing to think, oh yes, that person's an entertainer, therefore I'm going to tell them what I want them to do, and they're going to have to do it. And I just think that's really weird. Dead Bot says, I took that comment weirdly, but I think because of the ending they were being very sarcastic. Yeah, they maybe were. But that's one of the things that has been brought up a few times in the past. Only like briefly, not very I keep going up to get different blocks. I don't want glass, and I keep coming back down. But that has come up before, where people, you know, get irritated because they can't control you. They want more things. They're telling you what to do in the stream and then getting frustrated you won't do it. And I find that thing really odd. So if it was sarcasm, then I apologize for coming down on you like that in that way. But it, you know, sarcasm doesn't come, as I've found many times, putting my own foot in my mouth many times. Sarcasm on the internet doesn't translate well through text. Intent doesn't translate well through text. So yeah, if you're writing something sarcastic, might want to put "this is a joke" before you send it. Redstone Dad says, you shouldn't want to control anyone. Needing control is a personal issue. Yeah, exactly. Why would anyone want to control somebody else? I find that really bizarre. Really bizarre. It's like, I guess it must be because they see it, you know, they see streams where you can control people, or you can control their character, or you can make them do certain things. And I know a lot of the TB members do that. They're like, oh yeah, if you do this, I'm going to play one-handed, or, you know, do this thing for, build you a tree, or whatever. And that's fine that they want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to just concentrate on what I'm doing. But like early on in my Minecraft days, I used to get a lot of messages from people saying, why won't you give us a free world to play on, your subscribers? You should create a subscribers world on Minecraft so we can play. And it was like this really entitled point of view that that was just, as a content creator, that was something I should do. And I think what they'd done is obviously seen other people had done that and gone, oh, well, that's the norm, so we're going to moan at Foxy No-Tail until he does it, rather than thinking, hey, this is really cool that one person's gone over and above what anyone else is doing to give us something amazing. And then that sort of builds this entitlement. So I think that like the stream points has built a similar sort of level of entitlement to viewers for certain streamers, and then there's like a frustration, oh well, this streamer isn't doing what I want them to do, so I'm not going to watch, or I don't like them, or they're just being rude or whatever. So that's why I wanted to ask the question, how many of you would genuinely think, well, if you're not going to have stream points, why should I bother watching? Or how many of you would just say, well, it doesn't make any difference, I'm just here to, you know, be along for the stream? Automod says, it's not Automod. Yoke says, you're reading too much into the word control. Again, most of what I say is facetious. I apologize if it came across that way, because that was not my intent. I comment to my patients frequently that we as humans have very little control over anything. I would never try to control someone else. Yeah, I think I probably reacted to the way you wrote that just because that's such a hot thing that, or something that does trigger me very quickly when people tell me they want to control me in my live streams. So yeah, but my apologies for that, jumping on that if that wasn't your intent. But yeah, it might be a good idea to preempt or just put something in your comments to say this isn't the way I intended it, this was a joke. Just like JK at the end, or a laughing face or something like that, just so people know it's not serious. Woodlar's Pie says, I think you're right. It's what the viewer subscriber you want to attract. The kind of things you're talking about here attract the kind of viewers who should go elsewhere. Potentially, I don't want to unattract. What's the word? I don't want to put anyone off from watching my streams. But if people are just watching streams because they want to have some sort of direct interaction controlling the streamer, then yeah, absolutely, there's no point in those people watching my streams, because that's not what my streams are about. But I'm considering at this point taking that a step further, and other than things like sound alerts or what you do with the cameras, just turning everything off, because I'd really like to just go back to basics with streaming and just enjoy the streams for what they are, rather than trying to make some sort of game show out of it. And I don't think I'm probably the only person that thinks that way. Like going onto YouTube streaming, when I started doing the YouTube streaming, and Slack said the same thing, one of the best things about that is there's no point redemptions, there's no distractions. It's just you and a camera and a Minecraft account and then the chat, and that's it. And it's brilliant because you can actually relax and enjoy it, and you're not being bothered all the time, and you're not having to pretend that, oh, you got me with that ghast one, oh, you got me with the creeper noise. You know, it just... sometimes you do genuinely get me, and Slack, but sometimes, you know, you're just pretending for the sake of making somebody feel like they haven't wasted their money. We need a sarcasm font, says Real Deal Pick. Yeah, he did not, and hopefully we'll fix his presentation in the future, says Jay Sarge. Don't think you're ever dyslexic with sarcasm. You have to note that when you type. There's points on YouTube, says True Pat. There didn't used to be. When did this happen? It must have been in the last, like, 3 or 4 weeks. Do you get paid for the point redemption, says Chewbacca. Nope, they're completely free. Not a penny, mate. Yo! What are you doing here? You got anything good? Yeah, I wouldn't mind the chest ones. But I'm not trading with you, you suck. Go away. This is Garden Farm Foxy. Very interesting way to do it, says password is 1234. Yeah, the thing I'm doing at the bottom, it doesn't help the farm at all. In fact, it'd probably make it worse. No, it won't, but it doesn't help. What I'm doing at the bottom is just a silly idea I had for how to make this good for other players on the server to come and use it as an XP farm, but I don't want to spoil it in this stream. You can see that in the upcoming videos. Turn them off, says Chewbacca. I just might. Oh, things are blowing over in the garden. One moment, please. I just heard something. Yeah, my fence is... The one that's already broken has fallen down again. Oof. Gonna be fun. Mock Turtle says, I see your case in a few streams, so I know it was sarcasm. Yeah, I think when you get to know people and how they are, then you obviously realise what's they're saying and is sarcasm, what isn't. But I don't know, because as much as you guys see me all the time, and I see a few of you regularly, I don't see you as well or as often as I should, I guess. Have I not? I'm sure I had like 2 sponges, which are quite clearly gone now. Expect internet or power to cut off at any point, by the way, peeps. If I do disappear, it's probably because of the storm. Just going to put that out there. Chewbacca says, I thought streams benefit from point redemptions. No, not at all. Other than it, you know, it's engagement, I guess, and that can potentially, like we're talking about, make people watch you and join your streams to engage. And I think there's a place for that. When we did the chaos stream thing, and there's a place for, hey, this game is specifically for you guys to mess me about with. But I think it's been massively, the gimmick has got old for me, and I think it's just massively got overused to the point where it's just expected for all of the things. That's why I wanted to have a conversation with you guys. I'm looking for sponges, but I don't think I got any. How? I don't want to fill the whole thing up with blocks. I just got rid of all the blocks. How am I going to get rid of all the blocks from down here, peeps? How am I going to do it? Not the blocks, the water. You can see some of it's already water streams. I need to get rid of all of this water. How do I do it? I suppose I don't need to get rid of all this water. It would be really nice to get rid of all this water so I can see up there. Sponges is lovely. I don't have any sponges. Mike Burton says, any plans for the next Chaos stream? I don't think so. I thought we were going to do them. I thought Slack was going to do them every month and with Jen and whoever else. But I believe they've stopped doing them for whatever reason. I didn't want to do them every month. I thought that was too much, seeing so it is, for a large part of it, asking people to actually spend money. And I don't like doing that, really. But I thought it was a really fun thing to do, just in general. So I went along with it. But I said I wouldn't want to do it more than every couple of months. And then when the next, like a couple of months, one came round, yeah, it just didn't happen. Oh, by the way, I think I just missed Isu subscribing with Prime for 18 months. And Geeks also just subscribed with Prime for 2 months. Speaking of Amazon Prime, peeps, we're going to have to go and find a new ocean monument and go raid it. Jeez. Did you know that if you're like me and you happen to have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free, which does help me. Stream redemption points things don't help me at all, but actual subscriptions do, and Amazon Prime ones are free for you guys. So if you've got Amazon Prime and you haven't linked your accounts to Twitch Prime Gaming, and you haven't gifted your subscription to your favorite streamer, which doesn't have to be me, but obviously I would appreciate it if it was, then you're doing someone out of potentially some tasty monies. So I would strongly recommend anybody that hasn't to do it. Oh no, all me fireworks is in the nether, mate. Oh jeez. Certain streets are full content, others need what the effect just to wow, jeez. Kazord, I don't know if you're using dictation or what, but I can hardly read what you're saying. The water ditches and pathways. I saw your mind come up with different ideas on the spot. Chewbacca says, do you add revenue from the streams? There is ad revenue from the streams, but it's almost nothing. I hate the fact that streams have ads on them. If it was up to me, I would turn ads off. But unfortunately, Twitch do not let you turn them off. The closest as a player you can get to turning off the streams is not a player. The closest as a streamer you can get to turning off the streams is by actually running ads at the beginning of your stream and then like every hour or so in, and then that stops anybody that's not subscribed from getting streams when they videos or ads when they join. The other way of doing it is to subscribe to the person's channel who is streaming, and that will stop you getting ads on it. I hate them. I absolutely hate them. This is another reason why in the future, not now, but some point in the future, I will be moving over to YouTube streaming, because it's absolutely ridiculous. They've already proven, people have proven that up to 70% of people that join a new stream, when given adverts, will just click off and go and watch somebody else because they don't want to see the adverts. So Twitch, for whatever reason, is making people not go to your channel. It's awful. I hate it. I really wish they would go away. But like I say, the only way to do it is to run. If I ran like a bunch of adverts during the countdown, then another couple of adverts an hour into the stream, then I believe nobody would get any ads throughout the stream. But I don't want to have to mess about with the stream and roll ads. Would you prefer that? Peeps, would you prefer that I rolled ads like every hour during the stream so that you didn't get stream adverts when you joined, or would you prefer it as it is that you just get an advert when you join? I look for a way to allow the streamer to make the most out of their time, says Chewbacca. In my opinion, YouTube streaming is better, but I'm biased, there's no punts. It is and it isn't. It's certainly not in terms of making money at my level, but it's and the chat is, it's a much more immature chat on YouTube, and I don't mean that in a nasty way, but the Twitch streams are certainly, I think that even if it's not an age thing, I think the people just expect, or most Twitch viewers expect or understand the sort of etiquette of being a viewer, as opposed to on YouTube, it's just a crazy free-for-all, as we found out on the Monday YouTube streams. I noticed a lot of others have gone to YouTube to stream, says Portrait Wally. Yeah, it's getting very popular. It's getting very popular. I don't mind ads as long as it's 1 or 2, not 3 or more, says True Pat. I don't know how it would work. I genuinely don't know.
Just subscribed.
Rather get them when I join, says Redstone Dad. See, I hate that, because when I go to join, like if it's truly Bedrock Stream Weekend, which is pretty much the only time I ever watch live streams, you go to the person's channel and you get an ad, and then I'm like, oh, I need, because I do it on my phone, and then I flick off to do something else on my phone, and then when I go back to it, I get another ad, and then I minimize it to look at the chat, and I accidentally click off it, and I go back to it, I get another ad, and I just spend the whole time getting ads rather than actually watching the stream. I just find it really frustrating. GM just gifted a sub to Lofty. Thank you very much. They have given 95 subs to the channel. This is ridiculous. Problem with mid-roll ads is they interrupt the content. At the beginning, you're not invested yet. But if I was in control of them, they wouldn't interrupt the content, would they? Because I'd be like, hey, guys, we're going to have an ad now. We have a quick ad break, and then we're back, and then no one else is getting ads until for the next hour. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. And believe me, trust me, this is not... I'm not considering this or talking about this because I want ad revenue, because the ad revenue in Twitch is pointless. I would much rather just turn ads off. But I think doing it that way, you would have more people or watching the stream without any ads than you would have people getting ads at the beginning, which technically would mean the tiny amount of revenue I get for ads would decrease, but at least people would be able to watch the streams on the majority in peace. Rain Man's fence panel on the other side of the garden is down now. This is bad news. Oh, geez, Rayman. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Hello, dolphin. Speediest dolphins ever. Fast Philly says, I always assumed the ad when I started was just a Twitch thing, so when I see streamers do a run ad, it feels like they're getting extra. Well, they're probably doing it to stop people getting ads when they join, I guess. Possibly. I have a question if anyone can help. Render distance on Switch Bedrock is appalling. It makes flying with Elytra impossible. The faster you travel, it can load. Any fix was just terrible by default. I think the Nintendo Switch is an incredibly underpowered console, so you're gonna struggle regardless on the Nintendo Switch playing Minecraft. And I don't think there is a fix for that, I'm afraid. I think you're just going to have to struggle.
_is_1234 just subscribed for 4 months. I hate it when the ad loads when I click on a stream. I have moved to other channels when an ad loads right away. The way I see some streamers do it is they load an ad when they take a quick break, like...
Ow. Ow. Dude. Can you please stop? Password is 123, so subscribe for 4 months, saying I hate it when the ad loads when I click a stream. I've moved to other channels when the ad loads right away. The way I see it is when streamers do it is they load an ad, they take a quick break like running to the restroom or stretching. Yeah, exactly. It does give us the opportunity to have a little toilet break, which quite often I'll be sitting here for the last hour of a stream absolutely busted, but not wanting to go because I don't want to interrupt the stream. So I think the more I see about it and the more I think about it, that probably is a better solution. But the reason I'm so against it is because I just wish Twitch would give us the option to just turn them off. Like, they're not getting hardly any money for it either. What's the point? Why are they so adamant we've got to have ads? Doesn't make sense. I think the Switch uses the mobile version of Bedrock. Yes, Bedrock Edition is the mobile version, peeps. There is no other version. Bedrock Edition is the same version on console, on phone, and on PC. So if you didn't know that already, you were learning something today. But yeah, there's no mobile version. It's the same one. They all came from Pocket Edition. Right, okay. We got a little bit of sponge. And now, hopefully, this place might actually have a sponge room as well. Ow. We're going to have to do some investigating, which means we need to wait for our stuff to wear off first, ideally. And we could probably just do to get ourselves away from these Guardian lasers. If you need a bio break, just put a rap on for us as Geeks and Mars. How do you feel about the Linus take on ad blocking being piracy, says Anomalous? I understand the reason why people would want to use an ad blocker, because ads are annoying. And at the end of the day, the majority of what we get these days on the internet is ad-free. And that means that when you get ads and you don't want them, well, there's an option there, isn't there? Get an ad blocker. But when you think about the number of people out there that now make their living through advertising, because that's the way the world has worked. I get my living mainly through, well, not mainly, but a big portion of my income through YouTube via advertising, and from my website via advertising. If I didn't have those, because everybody just used an ad blocker, or that didn't exist, then I wouldn't be able to make you Minecraft videos, and I wouldn't be able to do this for a living. I wouldn't be able to do my dream job for a living. I'd have to go and get a different job, which is fine, because, you know, well, fair enough. But then, no, you wouldn't have content creators, or maybe you would, but you wouldn't have quality ones. You wouldn't have ones you could rely on, because they'd all be doing a part-time job, or they'd all be doing a full-time job and doing content creation part-time. So I think it is like piracy, because you are absolutely taking that person's income when you're watching videos using an ad blocker, or when you're going to a website using an ad blocker. But then I think a lot of particularly websites should be held to ransom over this anyway, because a lot of websites just fill the entire screen with adverts. They've got pop-up adverts, pop-up videos, and you can't actually find what you're looking for. And this is particularly present on like new things that used to have publications, so magazines, newspapers that used to get an absolute fortune from advertising, and they, you know, paper publications just not worth it anymore because nobody reads printed stuff hardly. Everything has to be done digitally, and they want to be able to keep bringing in the same amount of money they were getting from publishing adverts in their paper form content, and that just doesn't exist. You know, ads aren't worth that much money online. So they're now, you know, they're coming up the most clickbaity titles or headlines ever. For most of it's complete nonsense, fake news, and you'll be like 3 lines of text, advert, 3 lines of text, advert, 3 lines of text, advert, and all that's surrounded by adverts. Then you've got promoted links at the bottom, and it's all about making money. So I agree that I would absolutely 100% use an ad blocker on there just to teach them that, you know, no, this isn't okay. That's not okay. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. But I don't think people on YouTube, particularly like me, I don't run any mid-roll ads on my videos anymore. I haven't done since like December. I'm not trying to be greedy with ads. I want to create content that you guys are going to watch and enjoy. And I don't think, you know, sitting through 60, oh, it's not even that, is it? It's like 20 seconds, 30 seconds of ads at the beginning of the video is a big price to pay for the amount of hours that goes into that content. So yeah, I do 100% agree that in those circumstances that it is piracy, but I wouldn't call it piracy. I would just say, you know, it's not morally right, I guess. Their time is worth something, and to run these things have a cost: energy, hardware, software. Exactly. You can't do it for free. You can't be a content creator for free. It's absolutely impossible. Even if you've got a really good full-time job and all of your bills are covered and you've got plenty of money, or maybe you won the lottery, or maybe you're just rich for whatever reason and you can afford it, right? It's still not free. It still costs that person something.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gifted subs. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cirrhosis of the liver. Gifted 5 subs to Mining 101. Wellash Sit, Hannyburger, Woodlouse Pie, Lady Amelia. If you're one of those people, please give a big thank you to Cirrhosis of the Liver. Yoke says, sorry to check back in late. I had a couple of patients to see. Did we come to a conclusion of whether or not I'm a terrible human being? Yes. Yes, we did. But I'm not going to tell you the outcome. You have to just decide for yourself. Moral choice. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you agree with that? Do you think that's right? Maybe there should be other ways. One of the things that really annoys me about my YouTube channel, I've been on YouTube for ages, and I've had my channels like over 8 years old. And there's a new feature that I don't have access to called Super Thanks. And it's basically a button that you can use. It's being trialed on other channels. You can use to click, and it's like a super chat, but you can use it on video. So people, if they wanted to, can choose to thank you by donating however much they want to your channel via means of this. And I think that's a great way of doing it, because that's a little bit like subscribing on Twitch or becoming a channel member, but without all of the, you know, there's no pressure to do all of the things that you might need to do, or, you know, it's just a really nice way of helping that channel out. Particularly if someone's gone to the effort of making like a really special storyline video or something, and you want to just say, hey, well, you know, thank you very much for this, that was great. But they don't, it's not available on my channel. Not available. It's been on the back end for months and months and months saying, hey, this feature's coming soon, but I haven't got it. And I think that would be fantastic, because if those were reliable enough, that's promoting people to make videos that are thankworthy. And it's also giving you more reason to go, let's just turn ads off altogether and then just, you know, run this on a donation-based system. The one thing that I don't like about it is that that's just going to make loads of people go, hey, don't forget to give, you know, leave a thanks, give me loads of money in my video, donate, click the money button. And I think that'll be a problem. And I don't know if there's much way around doing that. But, you know, if you give somebody an opportunity to beg for money, they're going to take it. And we've seen that plenty of times on Twitch. We've seen it plenty of times on YouTube. That's just one of those things. But I think for certain people, again, people that take it responsibly, I think it's going to be a great thing. Nice try, Tipos26. Nice try. I would very much like it if you had, but that's not how it works, I'm afraid. If you don't know already, Tipos26 wrote for their first time chat, Tipos26 donated $1,000. That would be amazing. If you had done that, there would be all sorts of fanfare and crazy stuff going on the stream. So, yeah. Good joke, but unfortunately we smarter than that here at Foxy No Tail Incorporated. Where is... I bet there's no sponge room in this one either. There's no sponge room at my one, and I bet there's none here either. Do you not have a patron, says Arco Kenny? I do have a patron, yeah, but I don't ever ask people to become a patron. I don't think I've ever... I might mention it, I might put it on links, and I might say, hey, look, you know, I've got these patron servers if you want to play on them, but I've never ever gone in a video or in a stream or in any sort of content, hey, join my patron, come on, you know, it would really help me out. I'd really appreciate it if you would give me money. I hate that. I wouldn't do it. So yeah, all of those things are there, and the links are all available wherever you want to find them. But I'm not gonna sit there and start asking for them. Obviously, it's always appreciated when people do. But and maybe I should. You know, plenty of other people do. Plenty of other people go, hey, give me money. I did this video, so give me money. And I don't know, I don't like it. I hate it. It's gross. What I would like, though, I would really like a sponge room. I agree with your and Linus' points in general, but I do take issue with the verbiage of privacy. For Twitch, I sub to people I watch a lot, but I wish I could do the same per channel on YouTube because I don't want YouTube Premium, but love to sub to someone. You can sub on YouTube. You can become a YouTube channel member. That's exactly the same thing as subscribing on Twitch. You can, in fact, it's better than that because you will get perks. Like if you become a channel member on my YouTube channel, you get the same perks as you get as becoming a patron. So you get to play on my patron servers, and you get to get access to the Discord area where you get downloads and all that sort of stuff. And there's different levels. There's like a support tier. If you didn't want to go with the full whack, there's a $1 support tier where you can just go, hey, do you know what? This guy's great. I like his videos. I'm going to give him $1. You know? So those things exist. And I know plenty of content creators that do make enough money and enough from their YouTube channel memberships because they're asking for them, hey, become a YouTube channel member, and they turn off ads completely. Great. fantastic. No longer, I'd love to not rely on ads, but I'd rather rely on ads which don't cost you anything than ask people to give me their income that they've worked hard to get, you know? I'd much rather be paid by Google, who can afford it, than make people feel guilty for watching my videos that they have to spend their money to watch them. I don't want that. Who is Linus? Linus Tech says citrus things. Yeah, that's who we're talking about. Isu just tipped £3.67. Thank you very much. Speaking of tips. Does YouTube membership turn off ads on that channel? I have no idea. You would hope so, wouldn't you? But probably not. I've no idea. Check it out. Read the small print. Tell me if you find out, because I think that it should. I doubt it. I doubt it. But then you wouldn't feel quite as guilty using an ad blocker on that channel, would you? You're valuable, Foxy. Don't feel bad promoting yourself. I know you won't be obnoxious about it. I don't mind promoting myself at all. What I do mind is asking people to give me their money. I don't like doing that. I don't think that's not how I am. I think anybody that's creating content on the internet and asking people directly to pay them for it is akin to basically begging. And I don't like it. That's just my opinion. I know loads of people do it. I know it's a very normal, common thing to do. But that's how I feel about it. I wouldn't ever ask you guys, hey, give me your money because I make content on the internet. No, there's other routes for me to make money on the internet. There's like I say, there's me giving stuff on Patreon and making that a worthwhile thing to do rather than just asking for it. There's advertising through my website and making add-ons to do revenue there. I can make maps of the marketplace and make revenue there. There's adverts on my videos. There's a lot of my merch stuff. If I really wanted to do stuff, I could make a little bit more profit on my merch and promote that a little bit more. So there's no reason or desire for me to start asking people to donate or asking people for subscriptions. And like I say, don't get me wrong, I like it when people do, and I absolutely appreciate it when people do, but that needs to be your choice and you coming forward to do it, not because I've asked you to. Do you know what I mean? And again, like I've said lots of times before, only if you're over 18 and in charge of your own money, and only if you can afford to, because most of the time you need it more than I do. Speaking of, Bogstaff has subscribed with Prime. That is the speaking of Prime, that is the only one I will ask for, because that's free. If you've already got Amazon Prime, you've got access to Twitch Prime Gaming, which means your subscription is free, and that's basically Jeff Bezos giving me money, and I'll take money off him all day long because he don't need it. Stop Jeff Bezos going to the moon. Give his moon money to me instead. He's going to Mars. I don't care where he's going. Give me his money. I agree with asking for money. I stopped watching creators because they're so money orientated, says Resdone Dad. I know, and considering my stance on it, we do seem to have a lot of conversations in my live streams about money, don't we? I do seem to talk about it quite regularly, but it must be an interesting subject because I don't think it's me that normally starts it. I think it's questions from the chat that starts it, and I just end up waffling on about it. Oh dear, I'm going to die in a second. This is not good because I'm miles away from where I need to be. There's my way out. Quickly, 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 quickly. Quickly, 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 quickly. Whew. Let's beat Bezos, guys, says Boxstab. Exactly. Give money to Foxy so you can go to Saturn. I don't want to go to Saturn. I just want to pay my bills, guys. Keep in mind that you also make add-ons outside Marketplace for free, so you are more than just video content. Yes, that's right, Isu, but like I say, I got adverts on my website, so I feel like that's covered. So you don't need... I mean, there is a donate button on my website if you do want to go, hey, you know, here's an extra tip for having made these cool add-ons. But again, I won't ask you for it. That's up to you whether you do that or not. At the end of the day, those I feel like that's fair. I put them out there. I make the revenue from my adverts through YouTube and through the website. So I make a YouTube video on my add-on. I get lots of views on it. I get paid from the adverts on that, and I get the ad revenue from people going to the website to download it. So it's not making me rich, but it's paying for the paying for the time to put into those add-ons. Right, this one needs to have sponge room. A lot of work for 4 sponges as pickles. Tell me about it. Jeez. To be fair, I don't work very hard for my salary, says Fervent Spore. Then give me it to me. I'm only kidding. But you did anyway. Subscribing. Amazing. Thank you very much for your subscription. Mark Turtle says, creators who ask for donations to upgrade their computer don't mind as it means better content. People who ask for donations to feed their kids, that bothers me. Yeah. If you're trying to make it as a content creator and you're, you know, and you're asking people to help you pay your actual bills and feed your children, then you might want to consider going and getting either a part-time job or a full-time job, because it's not other people's responsibility to do that for you. Great if they do, but you can't ask people to do that. And as for upgrading computers and stuff, I think it would be okay if, like, if let's say my computer broke and I couldn't afford to replace it, then I was like streaming off a really old laptop. It wasn't very good quality and it really was degrading your guys' experience for watching my thing. I think that might be an okay point where I go, hey, look, let's meet this donation goal or stream goal so that I can get a new computer or fix my computer. Yeah, but just saying, hey, I want a new computer or I want a stream deck, I want a better microphone, I don't think's okay, personally. But then I've got really good equipment, so then I'm talking from my little ivory tower, I guess, there. So this is my opinion, by the way. There's loads of different streamers, loads of different content creators, all at different levels, all with different opinions and thoughts. I'm not saying that anyone else is wrong or how everyone else does it is wrong. This is just my personal views on it. So I don't think anybody that ever does things the way they do it is bad, okay? Unless they're bad. GM says, which revenue stream is most beneficial to you? My meaning is dollar for dollar or pound for pound, which is most efficient? If a person just wants to support you without concern for further benefit for themselves, which is the most percentage to give? Okay. The direct donations via via Streamlabs, I think. There's a link for that in the description below. There's basically a donate button, or the donate PayPal button on my website will give me the most pound for pound or dollar for dollar, I believe. Then it would probably be Patreon, because Patreon don't take a very big percentage at all. Then it would probably be YouTube memberships, and then it would be Twitch subscriptions. So I think that's Twitch subscriptions is a really rubbish percentage. YouTube isn't too bad. It could be better, but it's not too bad. Have I got any? I got fire resistance. I don't think I've got any more water breathing. I don't. Oh man. I don't. I've got a brewing stand, but I don't think I got what it takes to make. No, forget it. Ah, I fell off. Help! Quick! Get me back on! Okay. Let's do this. Remember my coordinates for when I die, okay? Wildcat Dad says, as a podcaster streamer that has a normal job as well, my goal is to just break even. I do, however, know those that need to make a living. I support what they do. Well, that's very lovely. Your personal views and opinions are why I watch you, says Redstone Dad. You can directly donate through PayPal. That's how I give Slack money. Yep, and that you can do that. There's donate buttons on my add-on pages on my website, so you can get those direct link from that. Or just foxynotail@gmail.com. It's the direct one if you want to do. Oh my goodness me, that's a lot. I'm gonna go away now. Jeez. Conduit, says Isu. I don't have one. I don't have a spare. It'd be nice if I did, but I don't. So, yes, but no, but. Thank you for the coordinates in chat there, Baron One. Appreciated. Speaking of, I have had, which I find bizarre, over the last couple of weeks, I've had a couple of people sending me donations, which is nice. Not massive amount. Well, some of them are quite substantial, but yeah, not like just totally out of the blue. Not while I'm streaming or, you know, doing anything. It was a really nice surprise, actually, to find. Oh dear, I'm going to die. To find that. So yeah, there are some very, very generous people out there. I don't know how you guys find it, but yeah. I pay by the year if that's the patron will allow me to do it to support you. Well, it absolutely does, yeah.
Hello
Does one need to renew Prime subscription every month? Yes, that's the downside to Prime subscriptions, is that you do end up having to remember to do it every month. But I think there's a button on my stream on the screen that you can click to do it, and it should remind you, I think, if I've got it set up right. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know. There we go. J Sarge resubscribing with Amazon Prime. Amazing. Those are the best subscriptions. Take Jeff Bezos' money. Take it all. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. He's got too much money. Take his money. I wish we could rename those. Like, rename the subscription tiers on on Twitch, so we could have, like, take Jeff Bezos' pocket money. Take Jeff Bezos' monthly wage. Take Jeff Bezos' annual salary. Take it in. Take all of his money. How goes Mr. Fox? He says Console Craft. Yeah, you go all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Console Craft. How are you doing? What's going on? We're just trying to take Jeff Bezos' money step bit by bit with Amazon Prime subscriptions here at the moment. What's going on with you? I figure it out. Bezos can eat it, says J Sarge. Amazing. Thank you very much. When I first got Twitch Prime, I thought I needed to pick one and only one person to use it on. I didn't explain it was monthly, so much free money not handed out. I know. Well, that's how Jeff Bezos managed to keep all his money. You see, he makes it as complicated as possible to get people to subscribe. Sorry, went a bit silent there. I'm wondering where all of the sponge rooms are. Do they not generate with sponge rooms anymore, or am I just being really useless and unlucky? I mean, I am really useless and unlucky in general, but, I mean, this is ridiculous. This is taking the biscuit, peeps. Oh, fantastic. A movement I can get behind. I'm going okay, thanks to Console Trust. Yes. Everybody should have a piece of Jeff Bezos' money. He don't need it. Some don't spawn with sponges. I know, every single one I find, Chewbacca, doesn't spawn with sponges, apparently. Every single one without fail, it would seem. Some spawn with a few stacks. I know, I've been to them before, but not on this season. In this season, I haven't found a single sponge room. And it's getting quite irritating, because I need sponges. Watched Ly clear out some last week ago, but she left markers and holes. Stupid game. Well, I'm pretty sure we cleared that. I bet if we had like some X-ray pack or something, we could probably find them. There's probably rooms I didn't manage to find there. I'm pretty sure we did though. Pretty sure we covered everything. They're not actually as big as you think, ocean monuments. I always used to think they were massive, but having torn quite a few down recently, apparently I'm stuck. Yeah, they're not as big as you would, as you might want to think. Anything to stop him build another one of those interesting shaped rockets, says Console Craft. Mine come across every 6 blocks from one end to the other, guaranteed to find it. Mine across every 6 blocks, yeah. I think I pretty much have done that, to be fair. Maybe not every 6 blocks, but we've gone through a substantial portion of this one. Right, none there. One more monument then, and then... Oh, that kelp's... Magic kelp! Magic kelp! Look at it grow! Attached to absolutely nothing. Amazing. Good job, game. One more monument. And then we'll call it a day. We got 6. How many do we need? I know there's more around here because this is the direction I flew when I went to fight the Wither on the surface, and I went past loads of ocean monuments, so I'm sure we can find another one. It's pretty much mostly just out. Oh, I'm going back the wrong direction. Hang on. My bad. Could ask Mr. Beardstone to borrow some of his. He's online. Could do. But where'd be the fun in that? Are you not enjoying watching me getting sponges? You don't have enough stream point redemption things. It's boring. I need to press buttons and control you and make you do things. Which button do I press to make you flap your arms about in the air? Did you find Groover's with us? Says Chewbacca. No, I didn't. Did he go this way as well? World's smallest mushroom island. I think you'll find that's Mushroom Shore. Well, whatever. Have I got a banner? Oh, don't tell me I haven't got a banner. I need the banner. One stick, please. Wow. Really? Jeez. I need a crafting table as well. Oh, my goodness me. What a nightmare. Banner. Bump! Mushroom Island! Told you. Tiny weeny Mushroom Island. The world's smallest Mushroom Island. I could tell just by the colour of the water. Because I'm a Minecraft pro, guys. Hey you, give me shulker box back, mate. Jeff Bezos trying to steal me shulker boxes now. Because I'm after all of his money. Hey, I need that. We got a question. When is Bedrock going to get the banner map marker system that Java has? Tuesday, July the 14th, I think, was the date they had planned for that. How do I don't know. It was just a general question. I didn't actually want to know the date. 2035, says J Sarge. Next week. I don't know. I think that would be quite a big overhaul of the game engine to do that, potentially. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think that would be a tricky thing for them to do. The Ricky Roy has raided with a party of 13. Thank you very much, Ricky Roy. Amazing. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to take all of Jeff Bezos' money live stream. If you're interested in stealing all of Jeff Bezos' money, then you've come to the right place. Raise those horns. It's a Rick Roy raid. When I raid people, what do people say the other end? I don't think I've ever witnessed it. You know how, like, everyone's got a thing to say when they get raided? Obviously, this one's raise those horns. What do people say when it's a Foxy No-Tail raid? Or am I supposed to have come up with that? Nothing, says Roth. Wow, great. That's good to have a catchphrase. So you don't say, like, expert level 99 raid or anything like that? Wow. Rude. Whatever you tell them to say. I don't say tell them to say anything. Why? Is that what happens? Is Ricky Roy there going to say, you know, when you go into that chat, tell everybody it's like to raise those horns? Is that what you're saying, Ricky Roy? Jeez. I didn't know I had to tell people what to do. Jeez. Okay. Whenever we raid someone, right? Whenever, all the time, not just because I said so, right? And I'm only going to tell you once. You have to say, expert level 99 raid, okay? That's what you have to say. Look up your villages, it's a Foxy raid. Or that. Either one of those. Stop beating me up. I'm trying to beat people up here. Don't appreciate you beating me up while I'm beating people up, mate. There we go. We now have 9 sponges. Now we just need to go up the top, find something to talk about for 10 minutes while our little spoon wears off, and then we can get back into finding... This one's going to be just sponge rooms. I've got a good feeling. There's going to be nothing in this ocean monument other than sponge rooms. You'll see. You'll see. Don't try controllers telling us what to say. Redstone Dad, but it's not fair. Time to level up. It's an expert level 99 raid, says Pickles. That's amazing. Yes, that's the one. Sorry to raid and run, but need to grab food. Have a great rest of the stream, says Ricky Roy. No worries. Have a good time eating food. Gotcha. That's lame. Thanks for the explanation, says J Sarge to Anomalous. Oh, we're talking about map sizes. Rip map sizes. Right, while I'm waiting here to lose spoon of the week, right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do something that you're all going to hate me for now. We talked about I've never rolled an ad on this channel before, but I need the toilet. I've also run out of coffee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect myself in Magical Hole, okay? And I'm gonna for the first time ever in the history of Foxy No Tails, I'm gonna hit the roll ad button and go BRB. Don't leave. I'll be literally back in a second. Now, which button is it? How do I do it? Don't know how. Oh, 60 seconds ad. 60 seconds. Ah, man. Are you ready? We are seriously only at 9 sponges as pickles. I know, right? Right, ready? So I'm leaving. So Stuart, don't leave. Right, 3, 2, 1. I'll be back in a sec. Well, I'm back. Are you? Are you all back? I have no spoon. This is good news. My spoon is gone. Spoon of the week has been retracted. Was retracted? Yes, that's what I said. You can't speak then, can you? Look, I didn't mean to say it like that. It was an accident. I haven't got a bed. What's a good laptop to play Minecraft on? I'm looking at an laptop to play Minecraft with my friends. Any suggestions? I would get one that doesn't have an integrated CPU, personally. Ads forgot to wake up, says Quintilian. I got Batman, State Farm, and Nvidia, says Marable Jade. Okay, so when I clicked that button, when I clicked to roll ads, it said this will disable pre-roll ads. Oh my goodness me.
I cannot believe it.
Ancient MRG
just subscribed for 5 months.
giving out more of Jess Bezos. Jess Bezos. It's Jeff's wife, Jess Bezos. Money. Thank you very much for Jeff's Bezos pocket money there. Appreciate it, mate. Right, yeah. When I clicked to roll the ads, then it told me that the next 21 minutes would be ad-free in terms of pre-rolls. So that means that in order to have a full hour of no pre-roll ads, you would need to run 3 minutes worth of adverts, which is quite a lot. But that means when I do my countdown in future, if I roll 3 minutes of ads, then start my during the countdown, then nobody's missing anything, and then we get a whole hour of the stream with no adverts at all for anybody that joins, which I think is a really good thing. And then I have a little toilet break an hour in and maybe run another one for another 20 minutes or so. I don't think that's too bad. Do you? Was that an awful experience? Would that make you go away and not come back? Is it possible to have Minecraft, Java, and Bedrock on one laptop? Yes, it absolutely is. And Minecraft Preview as well now. You can have all 3 versions of Minecraft available on the same device and play them all at the same time if you've got enough fingers. Jeez, the things you can do with Minecraft these days. It's a good time to be alive, peeps. It made me go away, but I came back, says Squiggletastic Gamers. Well, that's the other thing, right? Because I'm not interested in the ad revenue money. So when that happens, when you get the ads, just go and buy something from Amazon. Give Jeff Bezos more money to give to me, right? No, just like go to the toilet yourself or go, a sponge room! Yes! Go make a cup of tea or something. I need a hoe. I need me a hoe, mate. And I could do with something to get rid of all this water. If I put a furnace down, which I don't know. Oh, I've got a smoker. I don't think that'll work for sponges. Jeez. Of course it won't. Why would that work? Could really do with a, yeah. Oh. Do you remember when it used to take you 4 hours to clear out a sponge room? Back in the good old days of Minecraft? Before hose was a thing? You're excited for the Warden's things, Foxy, says Console Craft. I was until they released this snapshot, and now I'm substantially less excited. But I'm hoping, I'm holding mild. Oh jeez, I'm gonna die. Oh jeez, run away! I'm silently hoping that it's going to get better, because if this is the state where Mojang's like, yes, we've done it, let's see what everyone thinks, then I think we got problems. But I'm hoping it'll be okay. I got my fingers crossed all the way to the knuckles. I reckon we'll be alright. I close my eyes and plug my ears so the advertisers don't win, says Pickles. Good for you, buddy. You stick it to them advertising men. Who do they think they are? With their adverts, doing all adverts and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Who do they think they are? Who do you think? Do you know who I am, Mr. Advertising Person? Rainman says, we've had that rant, summary disappointing, hoping for more. Indeed, yes. GM's got to go. Have a great day, everyone. Speaking of GM, I think GM was one of the people that recently, just for no particular reason at all, went, you know what, I'm going to send Foxy some money on PayPal. It was amazing. Thank you, GM. Citrus Thing says, I thought it was going to go through walls, but it's only shoulders do, not head. Yeah. Chainer605 says, hey, Foxy, love using your markers pack on mobile. Hate that I can't add it to Xbox One. I know. Tell me about it. We need to get Mojang to fix it. Is there a special way to locate Sponge Room, or just smash? Smash. It's the only way. Take your ocean monument, smash it to bits, and hopefully, if you're very, very lucky, you will find the Sponge Room. But if you're like me, you can visit 17 ocean monuments and not find any sponges until this one. Jeez. Foxy No-Tail, otherwise known as luckiest person in the world. It'll say that in the dictionary and on my gravestone, I think. Oh, speaking of Foxy No-Tail, I got some sad news, peeps. Genuinely sad news. Although it's something that I've kind of thought might be a good idea to do for a long time. I found out the other day that Twitch, you know, this platform that we're on at the moment, the platform we all love so much, the one I'm a partner of, it's a wonderful place to be. They are banning usernames that have sexual words in, which you might think, well, that's okay, because, you know, I don't have a username that's got sexual words in. Now, we also know that Twitch bans the word Foxy. If you try and write a chat message to me, Twitch will go, you can't write that because it's got sexual terms in it. So I think there's a strong chance that very, very soon Twitch are going to be like, you're going to have to change your username, mate, because it's got sexual terms in it, even though it quite clearly hasn't, but Twitch is dumb. So we need to decide what we're going to call my channel on... Oh, Chime's got away with it. Pickles got away with it. That's weird. It normally flags it straight away. Maybe they've changed it. Maybe they've changed it. We might get away with it. But yeah, I was going to say we need to come up with a non-sexy username for my channel so that we don't get banned on Twitch. Diamond Hunk, obviously, says Rotated Out Face. I think that also may slightly get a little bit told no. Just going to put that out there. That's perhaps also not quite appropriate for Twitch. Possibly. Tailless furball. I'd probably get in trouble for putting tail. No-tailed fox. Fox no-tail, I guess, would be the simple one. Just take the Y off it. It's a shame because everyone knows me as Foxy now, but, you know, it is what it is. There we go. Oh no, Sally Salt wrote sexy, and then you've been banned. Doesn't get big. So it doesn't get less attractive than Bezos no tail. Bezos no tail. Foxy wants all of Jeff's money no tail. Oh no, that's still got Foxy in it. Foxy with 2 E's instead of a Y. Ooh, getting around those words with cheeky other words. It's not a bad idea. That'll show him. YouTube looking better every day, says Lawful. Isn't it just? Isn't it just? YouTube seriously is looking better and better as an option for my future streams every single day. Yes, Twitch just managing to make it the most unattractive platform on the planet every time I use it. Hey, by the way, you know how you're a live streaming partner on our streaming service? Yeah. Oh, you can't be anymore. Why? Because you got a name that about 4,000 years ago was mildly construed as something mildly not quite adult rated. Mildly. Lofty no-tails is rough. I don't think that's a good idea, Deb Bots. That's Foxy no-tail with 3 X's. Is there a section on the Minecraft wiki with several options? Says, oh, we're talking about something else there. Having a conversation. Twitch's moderation algorithm, or whatever you call it, is very poor, says Chimes. Indeed, yes. Mr. Pickles, says Quintillion. Cat Pay says, that's what you get for being so dang sexy. Indeed, it is, it is. You're right. Well, I need to run more ads, peeps. I've run out of copy again. Oh, jeez. Okay, so we got 35 sponges. I don't think that's a bad haul, considering it's taken us 17 hours to do it. Let's go home and dry them all out, I guess. And I want to go in that direction. Seriously, only octogenarian... What? Use the word foxy in a sexual sense. What? I don't know what that means. Do you need me to make you a bigger mug, says Gixamos? Yes, please. Roxy no tail, says Pickles. I wonder what that looked like now that I got hair in different glasses. Have I still got her on here? Let's have a look. What we got? Steve. Santa. Broken. Pink hair. Smurf. Messy hair. Viking. Mario. Pickle. Mustache. Potato. Oh, she's gone. Sorry, guys. At least Santa Potato is still there. Boxy no tail. Maybe Twitch should worry more about what streamers are doing while streaming instead of complaining about words. Indeed. Not Vixen, not tailed, says Citrus Things. Level 99 no tail. We just called my channel Expert Level 99. I'm sure everyone would know it's me. Hi Foxy in stream, says Valve9910. Hello. There you go, have a weird wave. The mustache was epic. It is a bit of an epic stash, if I don't mind saying so myself. I leave for literally 10 seconds and come back to that, says I'm stumped. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, peeps. Back to the conversation we had earlier on in the stream when we were talking about stream point redemptions. Dun dun dun. Mumbo no tell. Only with the mustache though. What stream point redemptions do you think we could add? We talked about removing them earlier. That we could add that aren't necessarily annoying as heck, like the current ones. Ones that aren't going to be ridiculously distracting. Ones that aren't going to be, hey Foxy, go and plant new apples in your garden. You know, that mean I can just sit and play Minecraft and talk to you, but you guys are doing something. Foxy with the PH, no tell. I saw a fox running in the road today, but we had to tail. Maybe it was a friend of yours. Maybe it was. Maybe it's someone I'll meet in the future. Fix my fence redemption. Let's have a quick storm update. Fence is still falling down. Other than that, we're doing all right. Change the light color. I'd love to do that, but it don't have a it doesn't have a one of them. It doesn't have a one of them, sadly. Name a tool. We've got one of those already. People don't really use that very often. I still think Ranty No-Tail is my favourite hashtag this year's is Console Craft. Well, you would do. Name an item, get your name somewhere, says Mocktail. Already got that one. I already got that one. It's already there. Fixed truckloader add-on reception. It's fixed. I fixed it. All right. Kitsune age less than 100 because Kitsune has one tail per every 100 years. That's interesting. What? Say a tongue twister. No, that'd annoy me. Adopt a creeper. Oh, look. Isu just donated. That was ages ago. But yeah, but it just come through on my phone. I'm going too far in the wrong direction, peeps. No matter what you add, I would forget to use it 100%, says Deadbot. Fair news. Custom command, says Carol. Like what? What do you mean custom command? I have to make a new stream command for that person to use? I'm not fannying about with stream commands. I don't even know how that works. Mitz does all that. I have no idea how stream commands work. Not a clue. Don't want to know. That's Mitz's job. Put some of the dark ones in that one there. Oh no, where's me dark prismarine? I don't have a box for dark prismarine. This just won't do. It just won't do at all. I need them. We're gonna go splatterate them into the nether. In the most cheaty way possible. Oh, in fact, we don't even need to do the nether, do we? Because Bedrock Edition's broken, mate. Should have done it on the way here. Did you know? Did you know? Oh, Bedrock Edition, you are so broken, my friend. Down tools for expedition. No, Gixie, you're getting the wrong idea. I don't want... And what we were talking about earlier is that the fact that stream redemption points I find irritating and annoying. I don't mind having ones on, like, sound alerts that don't affect what I'm doing and don't stop me from playing, but I don't want ones that actually interfere with me playing the game. So down in tools for X minutes is just gonna be really annoying. So stuff that you can... Oh, they fixed it? You could put them down in the desert and they would dry out. They fixed it? Boo! Ah, we'll go in the nether then. Chewbacca says, let them know when you plan to turn them off. I think you get like 100 sit-ups out of them. I don't know yet. I haven't decided whether I'm going to or not. I'm just seriously considering it. Because I don't know. I think I would just like to go back to like what we have when we do YouTube streams of just having really nice, relaxed, easy streams. But if we can come up with a load of good ideas for ones to use without being thoroughly irritating, then I would absolutely 100% consider keeping them on or even adding more, you know? Like more sound alert ones. I ain't got a problem with that. That's not a problem. I see, it's the sound alerts I can't cope with, but yeah, I totally get you. Yeah, well, I'm just using sound alert. I didn't bring my hoe with me. I'm only using sound alerts as an example It's not, you know, it's not... Doesn't have to be sound alerts. That's just an example of something that happens on stream, like the gas one that Roth just did then, that I don't have to pay any attention to, and I most of the time don't even notice. When is Bedrock not broken in one way or another, says Mike Burton? I can't believe they fixed that. That's mildly irritating. I used to like just going to the desert rather than having to go all the way to the nether. It's quicker to go to the nether. Shut up. You're literally surrounded by 4,000 nether portals. Shut up. I'm going to be renting those out, says Marble Jade. Absolutely not. Never. They're mine. No. No renting sponges. I don't know. Maybe. I think yours are the cheapest to redeem, says G's27. What, my sound alerts? They used to be quite expensive, but I just thought, why? Why have them so expensive? So I just made them all really cheap. No one ever used them. What a fun would Minecraft be without bugs, says Gigs and Moss. Indeed, that's very true. Maribel Jade. I don't know why I always use your full name. I don't know why I do that. You know, if you've just seen from today's live stream exactly how easy it is to get a whole bunch of sponges. It's only taken us 4,500 hours to find 35 sponges. So why don't you just pop off for 5 minutes and grab your own? You know? Jeez. Always relying on everyone else. So entitled, you lot. Can I borrow them? No, they're mine. I spent my entire life getting these. Not for you. For me. Don't you understand? Now, do I need to start separating things? Because this is just all going to fill in again, isn't it? I don't think this is good. No, it's not going to work at all. Oh, geez, we're going to have to make little areas, aren't we? I didn't want to have to make little areas. You made a hole, the water's pouring in. Sorry, Troopat. It was an accident. Just hoping a decent XP farm will be possible with school. What is it? Oh, this is the only XP farm you'll ever need. Trust me. This Guardian farm is the most epic XP farm in the world. Stop filling back in again! Okay. Right. Back to the nether. Fix these sponges and then make little segments. I don't want to make segments, guys. I think I have all the time in the world. I'm a busy person, you know. I have things to do. Can't just stand around making segments everywhere. Under the glass, Fox is making a beetroot. No. Pickles, don't tell lies. You're fired. Geeks Masters, last Guardian farm I built was on a realm. I could only be used one player online. The lag was PowerPoint goof. Whee! So annoying. So annoying. Let's go and fix my sponges again. Ooh, Foxy, I made a passive farm you might be interested in. Uses Oglins. May have seen something like it, I guess, as console craft. I have not. It does sound interesting. But I generally try and make my own designs for farms rather than using other people's. But, yeah, it does sound like a very interesting... So I'm assuming the Zoglins are killing the animals. Are you just letting them free range loose to hunt the animals and then what, just have hopper minecarts underneath? Is that the idea? Sounds quite simple. Nice landing, says N1982. Thank you. I did it myself. Get Big Chicken to make dividers, says Mike Button. I use other designs as my way to learn the mechanics. I'm not strong enough with the Minecraft foo, says J-Side. Yeah. Donut design split into 16 sections. Oh, that sounds complicated. You've added maths to the equation and I don't like it. So it's the meat waffle with sections. Okay. Speaking of sections, how many do I need to do? I've never done clearing out water from anything on a large scale before. So how many do I need to go? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that going to be enough? Or is that too many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do it in tens. How hard could it be? It was a bit of a pain, but works really well. So are they falling off and then just getting killed by zoglins? Is that what you're doing? 5 by 5, I believe, says Redstone Dad. Thinks each sponge sucks up to 5 blocks. Okay, so I would need, like, could I get away with 2 sponges in there, or am I better off just doing it by 5? Let's just block it off and find out. Oh. Okay, so what's the advantage to zoglins as opposed to a trident killer? Oh, I sorry. I'm reading the wrong person's reply there. Ignore that.
Hello there.
Huh. Okay. So perhaps 5 by 5 would mean that I only need to use one chunk. One thing per thing. That makes sense. Hello there to you as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I did that there then. Gabe says, hello, how is you in chat? I'm good, how are you doing? Jade says, with all the time it takes to dry out the sponges, it's really fast to use sponges over sand and gravel. Well, if I was to use sand or gravel, A, that would be really irritating because I hate sand and gravel. And B, I've put glass on top, so I can't drop them in. So I'd have to be manually down here placing each one. So I think again, that would probably be like really irritating. So we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. 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 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, there's like a million of them. So ridiculous. Oh, I did clear water out of... Just bear in mind, peeps, as I've said already on today's stream, this project I'm doing is completely pointless. I don't need to do it. I don't need to waste all of this time on this project. Just gonna, put that out there. Password is 1234 says, sponges are way faster. You rotate and dry and wet between the furnaces. You don't need furnaces. Just go to the nether. It's instant, mate. It's like instant soup, but instead of getting soup, you're getting dry sponges. And it's even more instant because you don't have to boil the kettle. Just have to go through the portal. Imagine even more instant soup than instant soup. And it's like that. Okay? But you don't have to... I mean, to be fair, you don't get any tasty soup out of it, which is a bit of a downside. But you do get nice dry sponges. Test first before you build the section, says Texas Russian. Good one. I like it. Good joke. Can I ask what you're doing? Says Gabriel. Wasting time. Wasting time. I've decided to build something. Well, basically, I built a Guardian farm, and it works perfectly. It's absolutely fantastic. But I then decided I'm going to do things differently for the other players. Basically, I want to open this up as an XP farm for the other players. And I've thought of a really easy way to do that, rather than the way I was planning on doing it. So that's what I'm doing, is doing that. But the bit I'm doing now is completely pointless. I actually only need a very small section underneath the Guardian farm for what I want to do, but I wanted to clear out a big space so that you can see underneath the whole thing from under the water for no reason at all other than because I think it'll look fun, I guess. Hurrah! It worked. Kind of. Getting a few bits left over here, peeps. But it's okay. Don't worry. We got this. How hard could it be? Oh! Making some redundant walls. Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're doing at the minute. Pointless walls for a pointless project. Oh, and I forgot. I got conduit power down here. Oh dear, this is all going to become very spawnable. Oh dear. Don't worry, peeps. We're going to slab it out at some point in the future. Oh, jeez. More work to do. Hey, you, with your bit. I'm sorry if you can't see anything. If it makes you feel any better, neither can I. I'm going to need torches or sea lanterns. I don't have many sea lanterns. Torches would be better right now, to be honest with you. He's clearing out to stall all of Jeff Bezos' money. Shh, don't tell him. That's why I'm going to keep his money, mate. But it's true. You're not wrong. This is my Jeff Bezos' secret cash vault. Just don't tell Jeff, okay? Hey, Foxy No-Tell. Hello, chat and mods. First time chatting today. May I know when you stream, Foxy, says Jans Rut. Normally, I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 PM GMT, but I'm having a couple of weeks off at the moment due to school holidays and things like that. So I've decided to stream today because it's the only day I've got to do it. So, yeah. There you go. I hope that is good enough response to said question. If not, well, not much I can do about it, I'm afraid. It's the only one I got. Right, let's go dry sponges. Jesse B's here. Hello, Jesse B. How you doing, Jesse? What's going on? I hear Guardian Farm's a good source of sea lanterns. They are. Unfortunately, I don't have. I haven't run the farm yet, so I haven't got any. I probably actually have a few from just all the tests we did, to be fair. But I don't want to use sea lanterns. I want to use torches because I'm an idiot. Okay. They're easier to break. How does your Guardian Farm turn off? Says Chainer605. I use dispensers. Dispensers with water buckets in that take away the water from the spots where the Guardians spawn. Jesse B is doing okay today. How am I today? I am doing pretty good. Thank you very much, Jesse. CDC says, hi, Foxy. Can you pronounce my name right this time as you messed it up last time? No, I can't. Sorry. Not doing it. Enjoying the podcast, Mr. No-Tell, says Mike Burden. Good. Speaking of Jesse B, Slack and I, hopefully, all things going to plan, should be recording our next episode this afternoon, which means hopefully I shall have another one out to you for sometime tomorrow or Sunday. I know it's a bit late, but it's the best that we can do while I'm having time off. Or should I see Jenny, says Redstone Dad. Only if you don't value your life. That's all I'm going to say about that. Chain of 6 advice is, clever. Speaking of clever, I have another idea how we can do this in a little bit more of a clever way. Fingers crossed, possibly. I mean, I don't want to blow my own trumpet and everything, but I think this is going to be better. Hello and a quick shout out to my daughter. Loves your channel and keep up the amazing work, says Jay Sarge. Shout out to Jay Sarge's daughter. She loves the channel. Foxy, your emotes are so cool. Can I try one of them? Channel points to appreciate you. You can do what you like. CD code death. You messed it up during the Pokemon stream too. Well, you know, if you make a username that's all lowercase, don't put any spaces or hyphens in it, and somebody's trying to read it in milliseconds because they're in the middle of a live stream, expect that streamer to get it wrong. And I know you did tell me how to fix it or how to say it right last time, but I have a memory of a fish. So, I'm sorry, mate. It's not me, it's you. Oh, no, wait. The other way around. You know what I mean. Oof, there was a big lag there. Big lag. 'Tis Tom's sleeping lag. That's what it is. Jeez, it's very dark. It's very dark in here. Probably don't need to do those as regularly as that, do I? See, I didn't need the walls, you see. I used my brains. I used that thing, that grey matter that I've got on top. And now I don't have the special stuff. I haven't got special stuff anymore, guys. Bad news. No special stuff. The thing that allows me to break blocks quick in the water. What's it called? Super block mining. That's the enchantment, isn't it? Conduit power. That's what I said. Super block mining. Jeez. You don't listen to me. Grey matter you have on top. Your... Wow. Wow. Thanks, Roth. What are you trying to say? I'm going grey and bald. Oh, jeez. It's the truth. He's not wrong. Doesn't mean I have to be happy about it. Super duper cheating mining. Is it better now? Says Mr. Foxy. Says CD code death. It is indeed. It makes a lot more sense now. The other thing you might want to know about me, Mr. CD code death, is that I hate slimes. No, is that if somebody asks me to do something, like will I pin their comment in my YouTube comments, or will I give them a shout out, or will I like their comment or love their comment, I will actively do the opposite. So if you say, will you say my username right, I will make an effort to make sure that I don't say it right. That's just how I am. I know it's entirely irritating, but that's how I am. Nothing I can do about it. Blame the parents. Now you know this. It's on you next time. Go away, slimes. Shoo. Be gone. Man. This technique works really well, except for the fact that I have to keep drying the sponges. Sponge on the ground, says Pickles. Ah! Where? Where is it? Where's the sponge, Pickles? Oh, it is. You're right. Whoa. Well done, Pickles. You got your job back. You're welcome. What torches? This won't break them. It's fine. We got this. Perfect. And no mess was made. No one will ever know. Maybe we can go to some ocean temples and find more Chewbacca. Maybe we could. Maybe we could. Foxy's looking awesome, no matter how he looks, says Janshot. That is true. I am. I do. Yeah, 100%. Thank you. Then all we have to do is ask you to say it wrong, says Gabrielle. Yeah, but no, because I'm also not an idiot. So when I see people trying to do, you know, get around these things with their loopholes, that makes me do it even more. Will you give me lots of money, says Traz. Yes. Yes, I will. What's your email address? And can you give me the last 3 digits on your bank card, your address, your credit card number, and your password to your online banking? And I promise I'll put lots of money in your account, mate. It will look like there's less money in there, if I'm being honest, but I promise there will be more. It's just your bad as math. Jesse B says, I have a bunch if you want to borrow them. Finally, Jesse, finally somebody offering me something useful. Yeah, I would absolutely appreciate that, but if don't worry if you haven't got time, because it's well, I'm not going to be doing this much longer anyway today, because I got to do other things before we do our you know, weekly meeting of the podcasting trio. But it would be handy. Just saying, mate. I was just curious if you remember. And anyway, can you say my name? No. No, I can't. Not going to do it. Podcasting trio, says Citrus Things. Yeah, me, Jesse B, and Mr. Lizard. The cool kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, that one. It'll be so much money, the integer value will roll over and appear negative, says a lack of hygiene. Exactly, exactly. Yep. Pickle's getting fed up with the stream, having to moderate. Doing the uptime command. It's been too long. Sad of the TB member noises, says that person whose name I refuse to say correctly. Skukadud. That's what it looks like to me. Sudukadud. That's not what it says. I know. Being intentionally facetious. Traz says, I was worried nobody would be on the podcast with you taking a holiday and the rest being sick, but I'm glad the trio is back. Well, Jesse B and Slack were actually going to do it themselves without me, which would have been amazing, but I believe Jesse was a little bit not very well, and I think Slack's had a lot going on with doctor's appointments and stuff like that, so yeah, they weren't able to, but fortunately they are both able to make it today, so that's good news. Jesse feeling better. Good news, Mr. Owl is safely home with Sprog, says Rotated Owl Face. Good, excellent, you didn't blow away in the wind then. I mean, I'm glad about that, but it's also a bit boring, isn't it? Oh, didn't mean to do that. Wrong button. Wrong item. I mean, it would have been quite fun should you have blown away. I mean, it would have been probably quite terrible as well. Assuming you were both, you know, not harmed in it, though. Could have been quite interesting. Kind of like a Gone with the Wind / Wizard of Oz type feel to it. You've missed out on an adventure there, Roth. Just going to put that out there. Have you considered next time going on a windy adventure? I have every one of those every time I eat vegetables. Mary Poppins moment. Yeah, all that, you know, any of those. Not sure about the bottom sponges are doing anything to citrus things. Oh, yes, they are. Oh, yes, they are. They are helping. That's what they're doing. You'll see. I'll try it without and you'll see. I can't get out. I'm stuck. Help! I can't see a thing, mate. Let's go fly a kite, says Blue Shigetsu. Indeed. Yes. It's a good idea. Definitely wouldn't be dangerous at all. Let's do it. Are the walls necessary? What would happen if you just used sponges, says Jay Sarge. We tried that earlier. Didn't work. We just ended up with many water everywhere. Good night. I'm heading to bed, says the Pink Jedi. Good night, Pink Jedi. Enjoy bed. Do good sleeping. Jan Srut says, Jesse B, hope you are feeling well. And other stuff, but then Foxy mentioned you or I misheard. Wonder if there's a parity difference on Sponge's area effects as citrus things. I've no idea. Not a clue. Not a Scooby, as they would say in some places where they say weird stuff like not a Scooby. Okay. Wow, we've made it a substantial way across this thing. This isn't slow and annoying at all. It's fun and exciting. Well, if there is, the bottom sponges turn out necessary, I will blame parity. You might be right. I might just be placing them in too quickly, but I thought I noticed there were water sources being left at the bottom, so hence placing the bottom sponges. It'd be better for me if they weren't. Right, let's go. Instead of flying a kite, let's go dry our sponges. But before we do that... Oh, no, actually, I can't do that yet. So, yeah, we'll have to keep going to the nether the long way. It's a bit frustrating, but not to worry. Jade with the cool kids. Yes, Jade, the cool kids. Me, Slack, and Jesse B. If you want to be in the gang, in the group, you're not allowed to say gang anymore, are you? If you want to be in the cool kids group, then you should join the podcast. Just saying. The aim is to get, according to Jesse, 32 of us all together on it at once. Thank you for the gas sounds. Apparently I'm not going through. Is that just massive lag? What? Why am I not going through the nether? Oh, that would be why. We've been kicked out again. Jez Nonna subscribed for 28 months on a 28-month streak. What? You broke it, says Jesse. Yeah, that's me. Mr. Breaker. Mischief Maker. Chewbacca says, OMG, sorry, wrong screen. What did you put? You'll be in trouble in a minute. Could you place a block, then sponge on top to get the middle of the area? Would that leave the corners? That's a good idea, Mike Burton, 1972. It's a very good idea. Foxy has been kicked. Too many accounts. Oh, dear. I think we may have crashed the server. Let me just go check it's still online. Bayek, this server's dead. It's not responding. Oh, crikey. It's totally chuffed. Somebody's gone and stuck finger in socket and broke it. It says it's on. Jesse B's connected. It says I've connected now. This is good news. Hey, we fixed it. Hey, ah! Jesse B scared the life out of me. Jeez. Also, hello. Welcome. Jesse B, come to give me sponges or to steal them? I'm not sure. What? How you... That's why there were no sponges where we went. Jeez. A stack. Thank you, Jesse. How do you not get bored doing the same thing over and over again? Does it not get repetitive? Do you mean this one particular project or Minecraft in general? It does get repetitive. And it can get frustrating and it can get boring. But we do different things and keep ourselves entertained by doing different tasks. Like, I'm not doing... This is the first time ever in the history of Minecraft that I have removed a large area of water from something. So, you know, I'm doing different things all the time, coming up with new ideas, coming up with new ways of doing things. And the other thing is that doesn't make it boring is who I'm interacting with. I'm not in my own little world. I've only got my own things going on. I'm on an SMP. Things are permanently changing. The group's permanently talking in the background. There's always things going on. And then I'm here with you guys having a chat. So I'm playing with people. So it's like, you know, you could say, don't you ever get bored of playing sports with your friends or going out to the pub or any of those things because it's the same thing over and over again? No, because I'm doing it in a way that I enjoy it. If I was getting bored, I'd be doing it wrong. That's my take on it anyway. I found 3 monuments near a mushroom island that was getting dirt at, and it had 8 sponge rooms. Jesse B, you are annoying. In the nicest of ways. We found 3 ocean monuments on stream. I have obviously found one here where I am. 3 out of 4 of them had no sponge rooms at all, and 1 of them had 1. So, yeah. There's that. Right, just to prove that Skadurgada is wrong, whatever the name was, if I put it there, it leaves the corners at the bottom, you see. So if I do the bottom one, boof, the bottom one's gone. But I like this new idea. I'm going to do it from the top because I can see where I need to place it, because where the water's running, that we might be able to get away. No, we can't get away with that, peeps. Sorry. No, or maybe we just need to go a few more back. No. This doesn't work at all. In fact, this was probably the most stupid idea I've ever seen in my entire life, and whoever came up with that stupid idea is totally fired. And I know I said I thought it was a good idea, but I was lying. I knew it was a bad idea. I never thought for a second it would work, and it's stupid and it doesn't work. Okay, good. I'm glad we had this talk. We'll stick to how we were doing it, the way that worked, the way that I came up with, the way that, you know, I knew was going to be okay. No, you guys had to chip in with your good ideas. Oh, why don't you try this stupid idea? Okay, I'll try your stupid idea. Oh, look, it's a stupid idea. Oh, well, My goodness. Pickle says, yeah, on Bedrock or Java Edition. What? Wow, this is Jesse B. I drain the water around my monument. I can still make a guardian farm after that. You don't need to drain the water around your ocean monument on Bedrock. It is completely not required. I mean, you can, but you don't need to. The expert level 99 way, says Chewbacca. Exactly. Hey, I'm not a total moron and do it the correct way. Yes, that's right. Oh, I left all those sponges there. Or did we get a minor rollback and I got some free sponges? I think so. I get free sponges. We had a minor rollback. This is good news. Okay, this looks off. I'm going to run parity tests on sponges now. So it's interesting. Free sponges. It's a song made about sponges that are free. I'm good at singing. I've done it before. Foxy, do you have any tips for exploring Ocean Monument in Bedrock? I found it in my world a month ago and still know to explore it without dying. First of all, I would say don't worry about dying. Dying in Minecraft doesn't cost you anything. Just set your spawn nearby and, you know, go and get your things. I would make sure you've either got Aqua Affinity and Respiration on your helmet, or at least a good 8-minute bottle of water breathing. That's very useful. Wear armor so that you don't get got. Don't need Elytra underwater, so you can swap out for a chest plate if you're worried about getting hurt. But honestly, the Guardians and the Elder Guardians on Bedrock, they're not dangerous. They don't hurt. They're very easy to get around and dodge. So I wouldn't worry about it. "20 out of the 64 I gave you stayed in the Nether," says Jesse B. Oh, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. But we did the trade after the roll. What? Back. Jesse getting another free 20 sponges after getting an 8 sponge room ocean monument. Pickle says, potions of invisibility and water breathing. Yeah, you can do that. I don't think invisibility is much use, to be honest with you. I know it can sort of help a bit, but as long as you keep moving, the Guardians don't hit you. Someone is doing something on the server doesn't like, says Jesse. Yeah, I think so. Can I get your little mob spawning spear pack on Nintendo Switch? You'll struggle. Nintendo Switch doesn't like having packs and things added to it. Don't ask me why. I don't understand these things. I wish I could make it work, but I can't. Sorry, mate. Right then. I know there is bits of floor missing here, but it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We got this. What could go wrong? I think I'm doing these a bit too close to each other. Not to worry. We got millions of sponges now, thanks to Jesse B. Oof, it's getting a bit wonky. It's getting very tricky to place things in here. Just gonna put that out there. Jeez. Ah! I fall in the hole. Hurrah! Another area well de-sponged. Excellent. And good, now I've got computer blindness. Because it's how big a hole you making, bruh? Well, I want to clear out the entire area underneath the monument. And then this bit here that's in the middle is not going to be very deep down at all. We're only going to be about 3 more blocks down from where I am. So it's not going to be very deep. It's not going to be a big hole by any stretch of the imagination. But it's going to be... You'll see. I don't want to give it away. I don't want to... Oh, my goodness me. Every single zombie in existence just spawned in front of me. Nope. 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 No. No, thank you, Mr. Zombie. I'll pass. I've had enough of those for one day, thank you. Indeed, indeed. Pickle says, Mr. Balrog... Oh, hang on a minute. What's Mr. Balrog says? Microsoft should really allow for resource packs and behavior packs to be on the marketplace. It would help so much. Yeah, I could completely agree with you. And Pickle says, they would have to be kept updated as the developers constantly changing everything. It would have to be updated and in sync with Minecraft updates. People's worlds aren't broken. I also agree with that, Pickles. But, I mean, if that was the reason why they wouldn't allow them, then we wouldn't be able to have maps either, because maps rely on add-ons. The only reason these maps work is because of the behavior packs inside them. So I don't see that as a reason or a logical reason why behavior packs are not allowed on the marketplace. I think it's one of these situations where they've just been massively overlooked and they don't see the value in it, because it's easy to go, hey, look, this map has got all of these things in it. We can see the value in that map because we can see what's been built in it. Whereas an add-on isn't necessarily going to add much value, and the people, the quality control people that do the marketplace might not necessarily find it easy to understand how it works or what it's useful for, therefore how to rate it and whether it's worth the money. Because an add-on could be, I mean, most of the stuff on the marketplace, and I say most of it because obviously skyblock maps exist and stuff like that, but most of it has some form of substantial value, whereas, you know, an add-on might not necessarily. But the maps are locked to a version. That's not true. Not true at all, Pickles. Who told you that? You did. I didn't. I think you've misunderstood what I was saying. There's no way to lock anything to a version in Minecraft-ish, sort of. There kind of is, but there isn't. Maps regularly have to be updated and are being regularly broken, and as somebody that has a lot to do with the chats going on in the marketplace background that I'm not allowed to talk about, there's a lot of cases with creators and people speaking up saying, hey, our map broke in the latest update, you need to fix it before the update goes out. And there is a bug tracker as well for marketplace creators to mark down bugs that happen on their maps because of update changes. So it is possible to lock a world into a behavior pack-ish kind of sort of, but it's not possible to lock a world into a previous version of Minecraft. And I know what you're thinking, but Super Rex we kept on 1.17, so we didn't get all the new world gen, and that stopped us from getting candles. And yeah, but the core, that only works with what is data driven. The core parts of the game, everything that's like in the background that's running the game, you can't lock in place, if that makes sense. No difference compared to npm NuGet, which is a program is commonly used for other services like APIs. They break as well than large company updates to services, says Mr. Bedrock. Yeah, I agree. Pickle says, amazing learning stuff. So why don't they just let you lock a world into a version which sounds easier for everyone? Because then every single version of Minecraft would have to contain every other single version of Minecraft, which it does now when it comes to add-ons and resource packs. The data-driven stuff which is why the file size for Minecraft is getting bigger and bigger every version. But all of the core code, the code that runs the game, isn't. All of the stuff that's held, locked behind the Mojang doors. If they had to duplicate that for every single version and minor version of the game, then the game would be like 20 gigabytes in size now. Your nether hub is 100%. Foxy, may I see your hub again? I'm not just going to go to the nether to show you the hub. No, I'm busy. Sorry. Pickles says, because then they would have... No, Pickles... No, Mr. Balrog says, Pickles, because then they would have to have backwards compatibility for all versions. Yeah. Not possible, sadly. A lot of the times, marketplace maps, you probably don't even know about it. They'll just update in the background, and so will like marketplace resource packs and skin packs and things. But sometimes it won't, and the marketplace creators will actually come forward and say, hey, if you've got our map, you need to update it because we've made substantial changes. Speaking of changes, sad news, everyone. The ability to have block shapes, custom block shapes that go outside the model of a single block, like they do on Java Edition, where you've got like bushy leaves, for instance, was in the experimental version of blocks, but it's been removed again, sadly, and it's going to be removed for quite some time by the sounds of things, because apparently it makes the game, or can make the game, very laggy. The engine doesn't like it. So it is something they may come back to in the future, but for now, bushy leaves are not going to be possible. Sad Foxy No-Tail noises. No, bushy leaves, says Jesse. I know. I was really looking forward to making a bushy leaves resource pack. But it's not to be. Huh. If you update Minecraft world on Bedrock to a new update, how will the world generation work? Because if I have a survival world that I really don't want to abandon, they do make a lot of efforts to make sure that your world isn't completely destroyed when you update the world version. But when world generation does change, then the chunks and the biomes might start to change around it, which might mean you start getting snow forming in areas that didn't used to have snow. But there's also a blending change that goes on. So they put a lot of work recently into blending old biomes to new ones, so you don't get weird jaggy lines and hard edges. It's not perfect, but it is much better than it was. So most of the time, biome data shouldn't get overridden. So if it was a snowy area before, it still should be a snowy area in the future. But it's not impossible, depending on what chunks were loaded and what weren't, that things would change slightly. I don't want a slime farm down here. I'm just going to put that out there. This is not what I signed up for. It's interesting. It says, okay, ran tests on Bedrock, Sponge and Fab, both versions not to work as expected. So is that they don't work as expected on the wiki, or as the game developers expect them to work, or is that not how you expected them to work? Maybe you thought sponges work differently to how they actually work. But if I want new generation in the same world, then I have to move base location. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's not going to regenerate your world. Although it will take your Y level down. Like, you'll get all of the new deep slate stuff underneath your existing bedrock from existing chunks will be removed and put down at Y64. So your world will extend downwards, but you won't get like mountains and things where you've already had stuff. Pickle says, when they fix it, let's make them extra bushy so as to make up for it. I'll do my best. Like of Hygiene says, what was that they were talking about in the latest beta patch notes? Was worried they were talking about stuff you use for your markers pack. No, see, the markers pack relies on entities rather than blocks. So you can have an infinitely sized entity, but you can only have a block that's a block. You can't, or smaller. You can't have a block that's bigger than a block anymore. You used to be able to have them however big you want, but apparently that's too laggy. So they've changed it, which is a real shame. The real shame. They're wet ones, mate. They're not going to work. But hopefully they will solve that problem in the future and we can have blocks that are bigger than a block. Because that would be cool. Like, I wanted to make a pack with blocks that just for building maps and stuff, really. But imagine if you just placed a block and that put a whole like doorway or archway system in, or like you placed a block and it was a whole castle turret and stuff like that. It would make building maps so much easier and quicker. I know you could do that with structure blocks to an extent, but just placing a block or one block and then breaking it if it's in the wrong place and putting it back again would just make life loads easier. But no. No, Foxy No-Tail, that would be too easy. Hang on, I got chat here, but I can't read chat and do this at the same time, so you're going to have to bear with me a moment, please. I need more torches desperately. Yes, definitely desperately. There is creeper down there and there's glass in here. We need to escape, get more torches, dry some sponges and come back. And there probably is sponges down there that I've left, but it's fine. Ajax Seawall says, you can also trim your world with outside programs if you want generation near your base. Just make sure to keep a backup copy just in case you don't do it right. Yeah, you can absolutely trim the chunks from your world. I've got a prune tool for that, but just make sure you don't trim areas that you want to keep because all of your stuff that's in them will go missing. Which, you know, might make people do a little bit of crying if they do it wrong. So many backups, basically. But I don't have a crafting table here. Is that all I get? 20? I need more than 20. Cue Jesse B in the chat. I've got 10 million torches. Do you want to borrow some? Yes. Yes, I do. There we go. Many. Now I have many. Extra torches for an extra lovely no-tail. That's me. You don't need a crafting bench to craft torches. That's true. Shut up with your cleverness and your smartness. All right? Who do you think you are? Being right all the time. It's not fair. Sounded just like her, said Sally Salt. Indeed. That's why I did it. No point doing an impression of Jessie B if I'm not going to do it right. I strive for perfection with my impressions. And I'm pretty sure I nail it 100% every time. We're nearly there, peeps. We are more than halfway. Not long now. Jessie B piping up. Impressions of me are always amusing. Can I do an impression of Jessie B? No. I cannot. Oh, look how close we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Oh, many wind outside. Wow. Podcast might have a bit of wind noise in it later, by the way. I'm just going to put that out there. It is horrendously windy right outside my window. I'm going to take a peek out there for in a second and have a look at said wind. Yes, it is. It's still very windy. The wind noise I can hear is definitely the wind. I can confirm that now. You're welcome. Sir Ethan64, first time chat, says, I was using your chunk border resource pack and everything was showing except for the chunk borders. What happened? Did you put the armor stand down on an angle? As per the video and the instructions in the README file and on the website, you must remember to not put the armor stand down at an angle if you want chunk borders, because in order to do that with angles, that was more maths than my brain could handle. Think these slimes are going to trample the beetroots as pickles? Yes, it's quite possible. This giant guardian beetroot farm that I'm not making. Why would I want a beetroot farm? Oh my goodness me. I couldn't imagine anything worse. Storm cams as lawful meteor. There's not really much to see. It is windy. The trees are wobbling about a bit and you can hear it, but there's not much to see. It's not very exciting. That may have been it. Thank you, says Sir Ethan. You're very welcome. You're very welcome indeed. Oh, that was a big... Wow. I actually felt the pressure in the room change with that gust. Jeez. I'm just going to check my weather app for a moment. Don't mind me. It's 6 degrees, apparently. And the wind strength at the moment is 56 kilometers an hour. By 6 p.m, which is in an hour, it's going to be up to 68 kilometers an hour, which is substantially less than it said it was going to be on the forecast. So that's good. The forecast said it was going to be nearly 80. And where I've just been last week, or this week, they're going to apparently have speeds of over 90 miles per hour to deal with. So, you know, I'm glad I'm not there right now, but, you know, my family is there. So I hope that they don't have too much of a bad time. If you break my sponges, creeper face, you will be sorry. Just a small dog flying by, no big deal, says Dragon Rider. Indeed, yeah. Just pretty sure I just saw next door neighbour just floating off to the shops. Get your brolly out. Hurrah! Another area done. 122 miles per hour, if memory is right, recorded in Isle of Wight today, says Rainman. Jeez. Weather predictions are always better the day after, says Chewbacca. Oh, weather predictions is stupid. They never get it right. I mean, sometimes they get it close. Clearly, they knew there was a storm coming, and there's a storm here. But it's never right. Generally speaking, it's I'm not going to get into weather again. We've had this conversation before. Across the road from my house is a large tree that decides to cross the road. Luckily, missing anyone's houses and parked cars. My 4-year-old loves it. Jeez. Geeks and Moss says Isle of Wight now in a new location. Isle of Wight moved a bit this week. It went down the road a bit, mate. Why? Just for fun. Why not? Only live once, right? Quick check, and old man memory is working. 122 miles per hour is bonkers. It is. Bonkers indeed. Time are we on? Been streaming for 2 hours and 45 minutes, apparently. And the time is 16:50 in where I am right now. Amazing. Oh, I got itchy lip. Wow, that's a lot of sponges. I'm so glad you could do this in the furnace now. No, not in the furnace. In the nether now. Because that would have taken absolutely ages in the furnace. Hello, piglins. Ow. Hands up in the chat if you're looking forward to my next video, which will be out tomorrow, by the way. Foxy No-Tell video will be out tomorrow. 2 PM GMT as usual on a Saturday. Definitely one of my favourite updates, says Jesse B. Yes. It's like the Elytra when you could get rockets all of a sudden. It's just like, oh yes, that's just made a massive change to my game that I'll never ever be able to go back on. Lawful Meteor, Khaleesi, Mock Turtle, Alaka Hydrine, Dan Grease, Gixer Moss, Pickles, Rayman, Jesse B. Millsy, all looking forward to tomorrow's video. This is good news. Mining 101, Fervent Spore, Sally Salt. Jeez, lots of people looking forward to my video. This is good news. I'm glad you all are. Right, now that things are getting on a bit and, you know, time's getting close. Time's getting close, yes. Don't think you meant to say that. Yes, perfectly good English. Ow. Hey, what? It's that time of the stream. Hello, Nelly. That we do that stupid thing that we do, where you all think of one word. Make sure there are plenty of people thinking of small words like and, to, from, then, if. All think of a word, and I'm going to do 3, 2, 1. And then when I say go, you all got to type it in and press enter. And then we'll read them all out, see if there's any interesting sentences coming out of there, and try and make a sentence out of those words, okay? Are you ready? Okay. Get your word ready right now, because I'm going to say it any second. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I shall read them out after doing this little bit of sponging. Amazing. Oh, look at all the sponge. Okay, we got a lot of words there, peeps. Let's get them read out and see what interesting sentences we come up with. Jeez. That's a lot of word. Jesse B's hubbub. Okay. Back to the top. Squash dog, what but frog, purple sponges. Flowers musical, quick sauce, ostilsly, always forked. Can Misty will when, tall willingly? Swedish apple, banana, crazy beetroot, under sleep bingo. Moist because goujons, then hubbub, grass, flopsy. With if catastrophic and jumping piglets. Also enthusiasm, far-fetched sponges protrusions. What if I read it like I was reading the news? Maybe that... I think that could be quite interesting. Do it again. Right, okay. One more. Another round of that. Get your words ready, and I'll do the countdown in a second. And this time, when I read it, I'm going to read it as if I'm reading the news headlines, okay? So don't forget. Lots and lots of joining words as well as the big words. And try not to put ones and sing it, says Sally Salt. Try not to put words in that I can't pronounce, okay? That would be very helpful. Thought I might get away with doing that then, but I don't think so. Three, 2, 1, go. Sounds like listening to the Sims speak. It does. What's they Simoleon do they call it? Sim speak. There's a word for it, isn't there? Their stupid language. Banjo. Boo, ink. You can't put... Okay, I'll allow that one. I'll allow that one. It's not too unfamily friendly. Okay. There we go. Read it like it's Shakespeare. I don't think so. This sounds like listening... Oh, I read that one. Silly joined Velociraptor could yummy. And then falafel NFTs have excavate without release. Dongle trolley grumpy, foxy if running is the Amazon. Jamaica piglets pasta, small crazy shockingly, and until and windy, always catnip. Oaked simpleton barnacles, the banjo obviously gerbil. Magazine and fart. Grass but unexpectedly fell to back travelling. There you go. I think that was pretty good news speak. Well, you are still online. Mega streams is word in the old. Yeah, we had a relatively long one today. Oh, I'm knocking out the one world, mate. The 1-1. Oh, mate. Hands up in the chat if you enjoyed me reading it out like a newsreader. Sounds more like the shipping forecasters. That was my favourite, says Jesse B. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. That was good. Horse race announcer. Sounds like football scores. And now for the weather with Foxy. It's windy! I mean, it was like Clarkson reading a new reader. Right, okay. Fair enough. Right, good news, peeps. We have finished, apart from knocking a couple of walls down, the task that I wanted to do on today's stream. To be honest with you, I didn't think it would take me quite such time to just put some glass on and empty out this area. However, we do now own a significant number of sponges. We owe Jesse B a significant number of sponges. And we have the ability to just start digging down over the next couple of things that we do. Now, tomorrow, believe it or not, peeps, you might not have guessed it already, but it is Saturday tomorrow. It normally does come after Friday, and by no surprise this week, the same thing is happening again. So, I am going to be editing the podcast that we do today and getting that live, but I'm hoping that I might even squeeze in a cheeky afternoon live stream. Now, tomorrow I am going to be going out in the evening, believe it or not, to the first event that I will be going to since lockdown began. And I'm a little bit nervous about that, but I'm also quite excited at the same time. So I won't be available in the evening, but hopefully, probably similar time today as today. Tomorrow, I will be doing another live stream if I can fit it in. I was hoping to get more video recorded, to be honest with you, but I got more work to do on here, and it's not really anything that's video content worthy. So I think we'll do another live stream tomorrow. But for now, sadly, that is the end. So I'm going to press this button and then this button. We're going to say thank you to a few bunch of people that have been very, very generous and helpful in today's live stream. Then we're going to pick somebody to raid. Then I am going to go and get something to eat. And probably for the evening, I was going to say put my feet up. Probably for an hour, put my feet up before Jesse, Slack, and I record this week's podcast. Hurrah! What a time to be alive. Isn't it just? Isn't it just? Hey up, where's me blue box? Oh, it's there. Whew. Thought I'd lost me blue box then, mate. Right, who are we raiding? We are going to raid. I don't have anybody. I have no one in, so we're just going to say goodbye. Don't worry about it. So, see you later, peeps. Have a wonderful time, and I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.